And of course, the first thing that we notice is that Markson is just alone here because, of course, Alexander Smith was assaulted in the hospital.
We should be back, yeah. We should be live.
Yeah, we're back. We're on YouTube now.
Oh, are we on YouTube now?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Everybody, did you hear that? Did you hear that? The gods have ascended from the heavens to allow us to be on both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. It's almost as if technology should allow for something of that nature in 2019. Don't mind me, I'm not salty at all. I'm not salty at all. But this is why you tuned in, right? Because you love salt. You love the taste of that delicious salt. Alright. So I'm gonna go ahead and get our other screen set up here so we can jump over. In fact, the announcer's table should be ready to go right now. Let's hop on over there. Ah, there we go. There we go. Welcome everybody to GFW Backdraft. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I've been working since 5 a.m. trying to get everything I wanted for this show put together, and it just didn't work out, which is why we're cutting straight to this commentary table, and you're not getting a really cool intro where you get to see the beautiful Royal Albert Hall arena behind us as it pans in and dramatic fireworks go off. This is what was in my head that we didn't have time to get out, so I'm just explaining it to you guys, because that's just as good, right? That's just as entertaining, I doubt. Anyways, that's okay, it's no big deal. What is a big deal is that the arena behind us is beautiful, the matches on the card tonight are awesome, and we are about to get underway. I hope you're all as excited as I am, and as always, we are joined by our broadcast team. We have a 3-person booth for the first time. That is Goth and Emav, who hate each other, so if they argue like cats and dogs too much, just let me know and I'll turn them down.
You can't turn me down. I am the voice of GFW good.
Yeah, okay.
Emav, you're the voice of Rehab. Get it right.
You mean anti-rehab, because he's probably never bitten.
No, I've been kicked out a few times, but, you know, it's all good.
Failure all round.
Wow, and it begins. It begins already, guys. Boo, Emav. The crowd does not like you, Emav.
What a bloody surprise.
Oh, don't hurt his fragile ego, though, guys. Come on. I will say this. Nobody rips off a pizza guy like Emav.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the one who feeds this entire locker room, so y'all better shut up or else you won't be getting any food dinner today.
What's up, Austin Herbert? How you doing tonight, man? Welcome in, Gorfist. All right, folks, I apologize for the delay, but we're going to jump right into our first match. I'm super excited for it. I hope you guys are too. Let me just tell my commentary partner something real. Well, actually, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna I need to make something clear that I didn't make clear before, and then we'll jump right into the first match of the night.
Alright, yep, good. I don't know if this is intentional, but all I can see is your desktop right now.
It is intentional.
Oh, okay.
There. Is that better? Can you see a thing now?
Yes.
It's morning where I'm at.
That looks nice.
Right on top of the morning to you, Austin Herbert, joining us over on YouTube. Guys, you'll see his messages here in a second when we cut to the match, because Restream chat will be up. If you're joining us from YouTube, welcome in. Feel free to sub to the channel if you enjoy the show. If you're joining us on Twitch, feel free to click follow, but I'm on here very, very rarely, so don't expect too much. Okay. We are going to jump into our first matchup, and I believe I just sent you guys the message. Yeah, don't do a thing during the thing. Get it?
Yeah.
Okay. We are going to cut over to our very first match of the night, folks. This is going to be El Fuego Negra versus PR Pedro Ramon. And that is right now. It just took it a second, guys.
Entering the arena at this time, La Luna de Sangre, El Fuego Negra.
Soy el fuego que arde tu piel. Soy
And his opponent this evening, PR Pedro Ramon.
Welcome in the old one, and this matchup is underway. What?
Yeah, here we go.
What's?
Ramon, Irish whip. Oh wow, look at Fuego Negra with the back flip.
Hold up, Bug from State Farm. What was the mistake?
This match already going at a million miles an hour here. Fuego's trying to drag him, and oh wow, nice forearm there.
Carl, if
Pedro Ramon, and Pedro just barreled through him.
Carl, I just want to say, if we don't burn down Royal Albert Hall, then we haven't put on a good enough show. Just throwing that out there. Fuego in control of this matchup, though. I'm gonna jump into commentary mode now, guys.
Another forearm.
Pedro Ramon joining us from the wonderful, wonderful land of Puerto Rico. El Fuego Negra, more of a Mexico resident, rather.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, he used to wear a mask, but then he lost it in a mask versus mask match at our last pay-per-view to that teabag and Lazy Dragon. And now, wait a second. Oh my god. Nice suplex there.
PR Puerto... Fucking... I'm so off, guys. Sorry.
It's all good. And now an arm drag by Ramon showing off some of that lucha style. Of course, you know, both these guys, like you said, Puerto Rico and Mexico, both guys trying to do a lucha libre kind of match, but they're both, like, pretty big, honestly.
Well, the thing I would say about Pedro Ramon is El Fuego is a reasonably sized guy, no doubt about it, but Pedro Ramon is a damn near giant for the kind of high-flying acrobatics he pulls off.
Absolutely. Another body slam there by Fuego.
Another one.
Almost tossing Pedro Ramon out of the ring there is Fuego. So far, Fuego kind of in control of this matchup here. Pedro Ramon not able to really get ahead.
And Pedro gets the better of that striking exchange off the ropes and a nice running elbow drop there. And now Pedro throwing him off the ropes, but Fuego goes under and a DDT.
Oh boy, that was...
Cover 1, 2. Near ball, first cover of the match.
Man. 5 minutes gone.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. We're doing a little bit of a different format here, so we actually don't have game audio, and it's totally throwing me off.
1, 2, and oh, he got it too. Another near fall for Pedro Ramon. Fuego's really got to do something here. Showing off.
And that's the one thing I love about Fuego. He's never too serious in the ring. But
yeah, but it's costing him a lot of matches recently. I mean, he was our first ever GFW World Champion. Wait a second. Big sense on there. Cover 1, 2,
that maneuver is called the PR Nightmare, one of the signature techniques of Pedro Ramon there, that front flipping guillotine leg drop. Oh, beautiful Mexican cutter there. El Fuego is more than likely done here. 1, 2, no, manages to kick out.
and now
Another one. He is intent on putting El Fuego away with that maneuver.
that could do it.
1, 2. El Fuego managing to kick out.
Super kick. Elbow drop.
Oh, PR Nightmare? No, he thinks better of it. Gonna just dump Fuego to the outside here.
Ring. And now Gamgoon gets
Oh, the sickening thud as El Fuego goes face first into that ring apron.
Figure 4 on the outside. He's not going to be able to tap out here, but he can do a lot of damage. Now letting go. And a side slam.
I don't think that Pedro Ramon is the type to take a victory by ring out here, but you never know. Fuego sending Pedro off the ropes here. Beautiful leapfrog. And an elbow catching Pedro, even though Pedro caught himself on the ropes. Oh, another PR Nightmare. That's gotta be it right there. I can't see Fuego sticking through this. Yeah, you're right. He's on top of that rope.
It's not a rope break. 1, 2.
Oh, either it wasn't a rope break or
Well, Gamgoon is notoriously bad at catching the rope break and at being a referee in general. So I'm not surprised. Neck breaker.
Yeah, he's the only ref we've got, so we gotta do what we got.
He is the only ref we've got because we had to fire Markson.
audio is hard to hear everything but you. Let me take a look at that.
Oh, and another clothesline by Pedro Ramon. Looking to put this match away, possibly. Uppercut. And a super kick.
Gore, if you're having issues with the audio, I don't know what to tell you. I just turned on the stream audio so I could hear it, and I can hear the crowd noise and everything else pretty clearly.
Oh my god, man, punch there by Pedro Ramon, and now also another elbow drop. I'm telling you guys, it's just a matter of time before. Oh, whoa! Why did he do that? Why would Pedro Ramon need to resort to that? He's already winning the match.
Maybe he just wants to, I don't know, end this more quickly, I suppose. End this more quickly.
I mean, possibly.
There,
I mean,
I should have
staying in there.
fixed the audio issue right there.
Drop kick.
You and the gamer fine. The other two members of the booth are low. I think I just fixed the audio for the other two members of the booth. Thank you all for bearing with us. This is a very different experience for us. Last time we did a pay-per-view, we ran everything live through the MOTW mod, and we had some issues. The mod crashed right before the show.
People won that we're not supposed to win last time. It was
it was an unexpected show. What's up, Jay? How you doing, man? How you doing? I hear nothing but good things about where you're at right now, man. Anyways, so this is a little bit different. We pre-recorded the matches this time. I'm breaking the fourth wall here for a minute.
What are you doing? You're breaking kayfabe right now. This is live. These guys are fighting right now.
And anyways, so it's a new experience for us, and one of the things that's throwing me off is that, like, I literally can't hear the game audio. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, the crisp noise of those elbows and chops really helps put me in it, so I'm, like, struggling for a little bit. Yeah, Jay, I hear good things about you and a certain crazy lady, I think. I can't remember if it was... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of somebody else. But it's good to see you anyway, Jay. It's been a while, man. I'm just a little out of it this morning. Anyways, back to the match, because I'm a terrible person that breaks the K-fob and the fourth wall. El Fuego there with a nice snap suplex straight into a kick to the balls for Pedro Ramon, who misses that jumping complete shot.
Again.
Oh, missing that drop kick, Pedro Ramon. When you're a man the size of Pedro Ramon and you whiff a drop kick, you tend to feel it.
Doesn't whiff that though, does he?
No, almost as well. Wait a minute. Fuego says if you can do that, I can do better.
Fuego's got an elevated half crab, and is that it? Did he tap out?
No. He got out of it.
DDT by Pedro.
Beautiful DDT there.
Another couple.
One, two.
And another kick.
No!
And respect to the tactical prowess of Pedro Ramon there to actually go for the cover off of that DDT. Oh, wait a minute. PR spin. PR spin. That could absolutely be
it. Great move. Going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. And 3. There it is.
PR spin. Pedro Ramon.
Pin a former GFW heavyweight champion in his second match. What a performance.
And EMAP, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're the one who keeps the books here for us. Is that or is that not the second win that Pedro Ramon has had here in GFW?
Yes, it is. He beat, I believe it's Junichi Yukimura in his first match back on Mayhem, and we're going to see that guy in action next, I believe.
Yes, we are. Impressive performance there from Pedro Ramon over El Fuego Negra. However, next up we have Junichi Yukimura along with his opponent, Heel Duco, Dirty Heel Duco, another member of Blood and Gore. Seems like the newer folks on the roster are just working their way through that team today.
Yeah, well, Blood and Gore, of course, is all over this pay-per-view. They're going to be Evil Miss, our world champions in the main event, defending against Xavier Shamrock. And you got to think that she'd like some of her teammates to get some momentum for her before her match.
I think, frankly, that Evil Miss would like some of her teammates to be waiting backstage at the gorilla position, ready to go when her match happens, just in case.
Well, that's what I predicted. If you read the Maverick memo on the GFW Discord, I have predicted that the main event would break into a brawl between Howl and Blood and Gore. So we'll see if that happens or not.
I think that's a very, very likely outcome, but you never know. You do never know. X has always got a card up his sleeve, and he seemed very incensed the last time we heard from him. And I mean, why wouldn't you be incensed after being beaten down by the entirety of Blood and Gore?
Well, it helps to have Nero Thin in your back pocket, the general manager and owner of the company.
There is that. Don't remind me, by the way. I'm not. Today is a Nero-free day. Let's just have a little fun without Nero.
Not. He's backstage enjoying the show. I talked to him just 20 minutes ago. He's making sure you're doing your job. He's gonna make sure you clean the bathrooms after the card is over.
You know what?
Don't worry.
That's a great thing to hear, Emav, but I have a better idea. Why don't you shut the fuck up so we can go to the next matchup? Next up, folks, we got Junichi Yukimura versus Dirty Heel Duco.
Entering the arena at this time, La Tamianata, Junichi Yukimura. And his opponent this evening, Dirty Heel Duco.
Matchup underway here between the Terminator, Junichi Yukimura, and Heel Duco. I gotta be honest here, guys, I'm expecting a lot out of the Terminator, even though he lost his initial match to Pedro Ramon. Wait a minute. Emav, our resident historian and keeper of the records, are you entirely sure that he lost to Pedro Ramon?
No.
I'm actually pretty sure, if I recall correctly, that the Terminator won his match with Pedro Ramon in glorious fashion via a beautiful frog splash in the corner.
This is why you don't give Emav the book.
No, this is why Emav needs to keep records when he's not incapacitated. Yes.
I was trying to
Hi.
put Ramon only a little bit.
So, I'm expecting a lot from Junichi Yukimura here in this matchup tonight. I was incredibly impressed with his performance on the last show. Heel Duco, somebody who's been sort of a sleeper hit. Oh, crap.
Well, yeah.
No, wait, we're live. We're live. I did it right. Jay, why are you screwing with me, Jay? I see a match question in the chat, and I'm like,
now who's intoxicated? Okay.
I am not intoxicated. I am exhausted as I have been working on 4 hours a night sleep making this freaking card happen. You're welcome.
Back to the match. Oh my God, Falcon Arrow going for the cover one.
He did the deal. But he kicked out.
And a low blow from Dirty Duco.
Showing off. I agree that Yukimura has been incredibly impressive, but I also think Duco's been really impressive. He hasn't gotten a bunch of wins in GFW, but he's frequently put on like matches of the night almost every time out there.
Well,
and,
we'll see if he can live up to that tonight.
Yeah, well, I think tonight he's gonna have a bit more of a mean streak than he usually has. I think he's really.
Dirty Duco early!
Already.
Trying to end this quickly. One, two. Doesn't even get a 2 count there. Duco gonna be lifting. Oh gosh, just a huge suplex there, planting. But no, Terminator is still in this. Big kick to escape. One good suplex didn't deserve another, but apparently it did, because Terminator just took a second.
5 minutes gone.
Sent to the corner now by Heel Duco. What's he got in mind? Oh, are we gonna see a big suplex? Nope. Nope.
No! Oh, God, to the outside!
Both men trading suplexes here. And the Terminator letting Duco know that he does not take him as a threat at all. Falcon Arrow.
Oh, God.
1, 2. Kick out there by Dirty Duco. And now sending him back to the outside is the Terminator. And once again, not taking Duco seriously here at all. And I got to admit, I like the style of this kid. I think that he's got some panache in the ring. Oh, exchanging strikes now, both men.
Yep.
Those stiff kicks from Duco, a reprisal for the lack of seriousness that the Terminator's shown in this matchup.
No, oh my God!
Oh God!
Returns the favor.
Outside by heel
The way he
Duco.
landed on the apron on his way out, that cannot be good for his.
Somehow he's
health.
already back in, and already back in for a Dirty Duco maybe, but no, gets countered into a cover.
1, 2.
And he gets the 2 count off of it.
Peace out, Gore. Have a good day.
Strange.
Hold up, y'all. I gotta comment on something real quick because we got Carl in the chat. Oh wow, beautiful roll up half crab there though. I just want to be clear. Carl that we're talking about is the Carl in the production truck, not the Carlzilla that's in the chat that we love very much for giving us the mod pack.
Yes, we hired this guy named Carl, and the best thing I can tell you is that we hired him because he works for free.
Later on, Austin. Have a good day, man.
That anymore.
No, he works for coffee.
Cover 1, 2.
Kick out there. That was the final termination, or bloody termination rather, and heel Duco managing to survive. Oh, stiff elbow in the corner, gonna send Junichi staggering to the ground. 1, 2. No, doesn't even get a 2 count. Yeah, Carl works for coffee, which is why sometimes the cameras go crazy because he spills it.
Oh my God, what a clothesline.
Just laughing at heel Duco is Yukimura here.
Oh, that's my driver by Yukimura.
Both men down. Oh,
And now he's rolling out of the
soon.
ring. But gets back in, just trying to catch his breath a little bit, I assume. And now, once again, Yukimura again to the outside. This has been an absolutely brutal match so far.
Yukimura seems intent on sending Duco to the outside and then mocking him. I kind of like the attitude of Yukimura here. 1, 2.
Duco get that chop. And wait a second, Dirty Duco.
Nope.
No, once again.
Kicking the ankle and grounding Duco is Yukimura here. Oh God, that brutal chop to the face.
German suplex, following it up.
Oh my wow, that knee.
Right.
1, 2.
2.
How in the hell did heel Duco kick out of that?
3/4. And a
Falcon Arrow, 1, 2.
No!
It amazes
me. The heart of a champion right now.
Both of these competitors in this matchup have just been phenomenal.
That is how he beat Pedro Ramon.
It is indeed how he beat Pedro Ramon. Will he get the follow-up here, though? Doesn't look like it. Both of these competitors showing incredible toughness here.
Ooh. Nice knee strike there. Yeah, I don't know who's going to win this. This is a toss-up now. This is just turning into a dogfight.
Come up.
On the ropes there.
Yeah, I'm doing his job for once.
Really, Emav? Really? You're gonna comment on Gango doing his job? Wait, Emav. What is Yukimura's record again? That's right.
1-0.
That's right. Now we know what his record is. Good job. Good job. Did you have to reference your notes, or was it because I told you? Anyways, moving past Nero's latest and greatest hire.
We've talked about how Carl only works for coffee. I only work for weed, and so far I haven't gotten too much from you. I've had to, steal it.
Emav, what is Misfits' record? The internet audience giving Emav a hard time today, folks.
I'm loving it.
Heel Duco setting up for something big here. Reeve, Dirty Duco incoming!
Yo, Reeve, I know your record's a losing record, so let's start there.
Why would you not cover if you were Duco in that situation?
I have no idea if we should get hit with a
That spinning lariat damn near taking the boots off of Duco here.
You know, I'm undefeated in GFW, and you're not good.
You know what, Emav? I don't spend much time in the ring, but I would be glad to step in the ring with your string bean ass. Let me tell you.
Actually, while you mention it,
let's go. It's not like we don't have enough matches already.
You know what, Emav? You're only asking for that matchup because you know how exhausted I am from working on this show. Let me tell y'all, next pay-per-view, next pay-per-view, we gonna have a triple threat. Good versus Goth versus Emav. Y'all heard it here first.
Yo, let's
wait, no, that should realistically be a 2-on-1 match.
No, it'll be a tag team. I'll find a partner.
I mean, we all know his partner's gonna be Nero, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, but there is no partner to that knee.
Actually,
One, two.
No, I don't know who my partner's gonna be. It's gonna be Charlie the Pizza Guy from Ross's. Oh, Dirty Duco! And he doesn't cover him. What the fuck?
Apparently, Reeve wants in on that matchup due to Emav's big mouth.
Yeah.
I'm down.
One, two. Oh, kick out there. Thought that Falcon Arrow might be enough. Duco here gonna set up for something big, but recovering in time is the Terminator. And just working him over with those knees in the corner. Duco vicious in the corner right now.
That's how. These two men go in the distance.
Oh, and there's a low blow that Gangu doesn't catch because once again...
Hey, he doesn't know what you're talking about, man. You saw the hands go
there you
up.
go, frog splash. But Junichi unable to capitalize. Took a lot out of him as well.
Back into the corner.
Oh, misses, and Junichi just laughing at Duco. I'm telling you, the attitude of this kid is entertaining, if nothing else. Oh, beautiful rolling half crab here. Gonna get the submission. Duco in no man's land, not even making it to the ropes or trying there. I mean, it says something about the toughness of heel Duco that he, rather than going for the ropes, just decided to fight out of that submission. Oh, counter from Duco. One, two. That is the first time we have seen somebody counter with that in GFW and not win the matchup.
You see, the one thing I like about Yukimura that he's doing here is he's playing Duco's game. He's hitting the low blows. He's taunting at him. Dirty Duco finally gonna cover him.
Dirty Duco implant DDT.
No.
What is heel Duco could have won this match like several times by now. I don't understand this.
I don't know if winning is the point for him. One, two. Apparently, he only wants to win as dirty as he possibly can in this matchup.
Hey, that's the Duco game. And now Duco off the ropes.
And colliding off the ropes. Both men exhausted at this point in the matchup.
Yeah, this has been going on for a while. Both men just trying
Sidewalk slam there. Hey, Taikoma, what's up in the chat, man? How you doing today? Headbutt there from Junichi Yukimura and rolling once again into this beautiful half crab setup. And you know what I love about this submission is the way that Junichi uses his ankle to trap the leg of heel Duco.
Absolutely, you know, as you saw, Yukimura was pretty close to the ropes, and big knee strike, but in a cover, one, two.
No.
Kick out at two.
Close to the ropes on that submission, but just because both his legs were trapped, he was unable to get any distance. Oh, wait a second.
One, two. Duco with that cheap shot again. WDM, thank you for that follow, man. Much appreciated.
Another Falcon's Arrow. This has been
one, two,
and the kick out.
No.
That Falcon's Arrow not putting in the work that Junichi Yukimura wants from it today.
Drop kick to the knee.
Both these guys just putting on a clinic here, and a spinning heel kick to the face.
Oh, what's he got in mind? Oh, DVD! DVD, that's gotta be it here. Cover from the Terminator. Nonchalant cover, though.
One, two, and no, he kicked out.
You gotta believe that if he had actually covered him seriously there, he might have had the match. I think perhaps the attitude...
he would have had the match if he had a Blu-ray instead of a DVD.
Really?
You guys can't see it, but I'm face palming at the booth right now.
I'm smashing my head off the desk.
They should be able to hear that, though, for real. Anyways. I spoke too soon.
I
think that perhaps
he's gonna rename his Death Valley driver to the Blue.
I think that perhaps if Yukimura had covered a little bit more seriously there, this matchup would be over already. Oh, kicking him off before he can cover off the DDT, though.
I thought both guys really had the match won at several points in this.
Dirty Duco right next to the ropes, though. Is he gonna move?
No. Picks him up.
Why in the world is he choosing not to cover there?
It's obviously just more punishment. There's no explanation.
Yeah, I guess Duco just doesn't really care. Hey, what the hell? And Yukimura cutting a promo on him, going up the clothesline. I wonder what he said to him.
I don't know. That mic wasn't on.
I think he yelled something in Japanese. I get the feeling that the entire point of this matchup for these two competitors is to show who the true Japanese strong style competitor in GFW is.
Another Falcon Zero.
One, two, three. Gets him. That's it. All she wrote. Yukimura finally puts heel Duco away, and just holding it and laughing is Yukimura.
You won the match. You can
my. Yukimura there, just... The thing that really gets me is how nonchalant he was in that matchup. Both of those men just devastating each other in the process of getting through that match. And Yukimura the entire time, smile on his face, joke in his heart, didn't seem to take it seriously at all. And I don't know if that makes him a more terrifying competitor or just kind of a fool.
You know what, I'll give him credit. It gives me shades of Minoru Suzuki, and that's bad.
I don't know if that's bad or if that's good. I would love to have a competitor of that quality.
Well, it's bad for who's ever across
the
ring from him.
This is true. WDM, welcome in, man. Yeah, this is... We don't stream Fire Pro all the time, but we do a regular weekly show on YouTube. This is our big blowout after 8 weeks of build-up here on the Backdraft. We've had a bit of technical issues. Things aren't as ironed out as I'd like them to be. Our last pay-per-view, the Blackout, was much more organized, but we tried some new things.
Don't start.
The matches may not have come out as we expected on the Blackout for reasons, but everything else was more organized. We had matchup screens and everything else was much nicer.
That is very true.
This is just a show that we've made and put together using the mod pack for Fire Pro Wrestling on PC. It's because you're live from England this time. Absolutely, right? I mean, being in England, that's why the show...
screw you!
I mean, yeah, I don't really like it here either.
I'm not saying I don't like it here. I love it here. The Royal Albert Hall Arena is beautiful. It may have taken 3 of the days that I had to work on the show and be part of the reason why the show is not as well off as it could have been, but I love it here.
Yeah, alright.
No, the last time we did a show, we did an event at the... Come on, good.
Hammerstein Ballroom.
The Hammerstein Ballroom, which we were able to secure, thankfully, from the help of Taikoma, who's in chat right now, and that saved me a lot of time. This time, I booked the Royal Albert Hall Arena from the ground up, and that took a very, very long time. All of that aside, though, so far this event is unrolling quite nicely, I think, and we are ready to go to our next matchup, I believe, which is Bobby Freedom versus Derek Douglas. The last time we saw Derek Douglas, he was making his debut against Taryn Johnson, who was coming off of an ankle injury, and Taryn was a house on fire in that match, just absolutely pushing herself to the brink to get the victory, and in quick fashion. I would like to see a little bit more from Derek Douglas in this match. In that match, we did see that he is tough as nails.
Yeah, he kicked out of 3 Heartbreakers before he got put away with the Johnson special. I mean, he is very, very resilient. It's just I wasn't able to see a lot offensively from him.
See, and I was just about to mention that. In the Maverick memo, Emav, you said that you just didn't know if he had it offensively. I think tonight is going to be his opportunity to show us and everybody in the audience watching what his offensive capabilities really are.
Yeah, I'm excited.
From what I did.
Entering the arena at this time, one of the GFW faction champions, Bobby Freedom. opponent this evening, Derek Douglas.
Matchup underway here. Derek Douglas, I want to say something. I don't know if you guys have been keeping an eye on the gym, but one of the benefits of being the janitor here now is that I'm always watching the dojo, right? I always know what's going on there. And lately, after his debut match, I've seen Derek Douglas in there just working and working and working. And, you know, I'm just gonna go ahead and throw this out there. I saw him working with one of our grappling dummies, and when he hit his Code Red powerbomb, the damn stuffing popped out of it.
And I was about to say that the little offense I did see from him reminded me of another Canadian wrestler called
Oh my god! What a German suplex by Bobby Freedom, though. Oh my god.
Goth, I think I know exactly who you're gonna talk about here, but do continue.
No, I did say the name, Lance Storm.
Okay, yeah, no, I think that Derek Douglas is a much larger... Oh, wow!
They just stopped the takedown.
Oh!
And that's what I mean. The strength of Derek Douglas, Double D as he calls himself now, able to just stuff that and then turn it into a DDT, and now just grinding his forearm into the face of Bobby Freedom.
This is quite impressive. This is the Derek Douglas that we did not get to see last time around. And, Bobby Freedom, oh my god.
That exploder just gonna turn him inside out, though.
Freedom technically one holder of the GFW Faction Championships. We'll see the Rust of Glory defend that later tonight. He is a quite skilled competitor in the ring. He's got that amateur background.
Oh, but I definitely gotta believe that Derek Douglas might come out with the win here. I've seen him in the gym. I've never seen somebody so driven off of a loss to work as hard as this guy's been working.
Yeah, you know, Bobby Freedom, we haven't seen a ton of him lately outside of the faction title matches. And now, going for the cover. One.
No,
only gets one.
This guy has almost killed his opponent with about 6 different moves already, say the internet fans.
One.
Got it again.
Oh, exchanging blows here.
Here we go.
Who is gonna come out on top? Oh, and there's that kick, just planting Bobby Freedom. Look at him just wrenching on the neck.
Yeah, this is definitely impressive. Derek Douglas is kind of out-wrestling Bobby Freedom right now, in my opinion.
I'm not worried about the wrestling. I'm honestly worried about what happens if Derek Douglas hits the Code Red here. And perhaps insulting the smell of Bobby Freedom there from... Oh, God!
Oh,
ripping him out of his damn boots with that spear. And once again, Derek Douglas has had enough of the smell of Bobby Freedom, apparently. Uh-oh.
Oh! Oh!
One, two, three. And he's, put the arrow in him, he's done. Just powerbombed him out of his spinal cord. Derek Douglas putting Bobby Freedom away there without any argument.
That was ridiculously impressive.
Bobby didn't just lose, Bobby freaking died. Like I said, the last time I saw him hit that move in the dojo, the stuffing popped out of the wrestling dummy, and I don't know how many of you have worked with those, but it's not an easy process. Yeah, we should probably get an EMT down there to help him out of the ring.
Carl, can you send EMTs down, please? That'd be great.
We have EMTs?
Yes, we do.
Support that.
They're not well trained, but we do have them.
Not well trained, you say.
Well, it's a good job we're in the UK. We can send them to the NHS.
Look, man. When I was first putting GFW together, we had a shoestring budget, okay? They are interns. They're skilled interns, but they are interns.
So they can possibly save a life.
Yeah, that folded Bobby Freedom inside out, and I gotta believe that he's potentially in back getting some medical attention. I mean, the worst part about it, if you really think about it, is before he even hit that Code Red and folded him like that, he also ripped him down with that spear. So, like, the ribs were already hurt, now the back is hurt. I'd imagine that Bobby Freedom's midsection feels like a mattress after a night with Max Savage.
Really? You see the E-Master material now?
I mean, come on. That was a good analogy. Next up on the card, though, folks, we have a matchup between Reeve and Misfit Angel. Little bit of story going on here. Reeve trying to sort of be Misfit Angel's guide here in GFW, attempting to show her how it's done against Professor Asher, who, unfortunately for Reeve, managed to put Reeve down. Misfit took it upon herself to then challenge Asher the week after, and she absolutely devastated him. Misfit has been, in my opinion, a stone-cold killer. I consider her to be the gatekeeper of Pulse. When you come onto this show, you'll probably face her, and if you can't get past her, you're not going anywhere near Mayhem. Let's put it that way. And now the two of them are going to be facing off in the ring to sort of squash whatever beef they've got going. So let's go ahead and get that matchup started then. Yeah. Oops. I swear, guys, the cameramen are being reprimanded right now. I'm sure that Nero's backstage beating them with whips.
I'm sure he's swinging the axe on him.
Entering the arena at this time, the Eye of the Storm, Reeve. And his opponent this evening, the Darklight Misfit Angel.
Surrounds my heart beats slowing down. I won't take this world's abuse. I won't give up.
All right, matchup starting off, and Misfit just slapped him in the face and then hit him with a spin kick.
Misfit is pulling out all of the stops here already. Nice drop toe hold there. And this is what I mean. This is what I mean. Reeve is absolutely one of our most hardcore competitors. Like, I'll never make an argument against that.
Look at his fucking face.
That is, yeah, the damage to Reeve's face, potentially a result of Gorefist breaking his mask and using it to carve him up in a match. But that being said, Misfit Angel is one of the most Smash Mouth competitors on our roster.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you know, the thing is underneath that Smash Mouth style she's got a lot of wrestling skill. And so does Reeve with that belly-to-belly suplex, but I think that the normal match and not being a hardcore, than not being barbed wire or anything, really favors Misfit in this. Cover.
You know, I think the one thing about Reeve that people underestimate is he has an incredibly unorthodox offensive style. And it's actually really hard to game plan against somebody with the sort of weirdly diverse toolkit that Reeve brings to the table. However, if anybody is equipped to do that, it's Misfit Angel. Nobody knows him better. That being said, there's not really a way to game plan around Smash Mouth. Like, when your face hits a turnbuckle or a knee, you don't really, you can't out-tech that.
Yeah.
Just stretching with that bow and arrow lock. Misfit Angel, though. Early cover here by Reeve. Not sure he's going to get her off of that. Maybe just trying to reduce the amount of damage that they have to do to each other to finish this match. And what's she waiting for?
Angel to the top rope, a double axe handle.
Like a railroad spike, just hammering him into the ring.
Whew.
Again with that spin kick, just brutal. Oh, arm slam here, though.
Choke slam. You see, Reeve, he could just take a spinning heel kick like that and just come right back with a choke slam. He is really good at no-selling things.
The internet fans hitting us up on social media. Apparently, Game Goon is moonwalking in the background. I mean, beautiful spinning senton there, twisting senton.
You gotta make your own fun here sometimes.
Yeah, we know about that.
Maybe if Game Goon spent less time moonwalking in the background, we would get some better calls here. Oh god, that double knee drop.
Yeah, maybe if Game Goon spent more time doing his motherfucking job.
Big flipping back kick there by Misfit Angel.
What?
Here's the thing, don't be late next time.
What are you talking about? Only nerds are on time. Only nerds are on time to that shit.
Oh God, shut up.
The party did not get started until I showed up.
Ladies.
You cannot eat.
Ladies,
oh my God!
do you need a room?
Look at that huge move! Look at that crazy flipping senton thing that Reeve just hit.
And
Maybe
now
you
working
should
the Wakagatame in the
That's
ring.
your job.
Yeah.
Sending Reeve off the ropes as Misfit Angel. Oh, I thought she was gonna pop up there and knock him out of the ring.
I'm just gonna say one thing about the press conference though. The party got lit when I showed up. Literally.
Yeah, literally lit when you were on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to talk about how you guys almost burned down a hotel right now. We're going to talk about the match. Beautiful knee butt in the corner right there. Just devastating damage. And now taking him to the other side. Oh, another one.
Wow.
And back to the other side. This is my point. Misfit Angel, a house on fire in this matchup right now.
No. Well.
Oh, what's the setup here?
Up to the top.
Go bigger, go home, says Misfit. Oh, wow.
DDT for the top rope, and they're both
That is
down.
your significant other. That is kind of spousal abuse right there. I'm pretty sure she just broke his neck.
Yeah, I just realized if we have Reeve versus Misfit here, why don't you get in the tonight?
I think your mic is having an issue. I'm pretty sure Carl just cut you off, Emav.
Yeah.
Wow, Misfit just devastating Reeve here. Oh, we've seen no counter.
Oh.
Counter there by Reeve going up top. What are we gonna see here?
And once again,
Corkscrew senton gonna put her down potentially.
Second time you
Cover
hit that
incoming?
move.
No, gonna. Oh, look at this. That unorthodox offense of Reeve just stretching her with the epicenter here.
Breaks out of it though.
Staying alive.
Exchange.
Strike battle here.
And Reeve just staring her down before throwing that kick. Looking into the eyes of Misfit Angel. I mean, I gotta admit, if J-Mac drove me headfirst into the mat from the top turnbuckle, I would stare into her eyes like that too. Oh, and what's Reeve got in mind here?
Oh, wow. Double knee bar.
Orienteering with napalm. Doesn't get her there though.
No.
And Reeve just catching his breath here.
Maybe considering. Oh, arm drag.
You don't.
Ouch.
Both these competitors have been using that same kick over and over again. I wonder if they learned that from each other.
Or perhaps they've just got it so well scouted from each other. Or actually, I mean, realistically, given the background of this matchup, perhaps they both consider their version of that kick to be better. And are trying to prove a point here.
Well, I guess they'd have to start pinning each other off of it then, though. I don't know. And
I mean, you're assuming that the goal is to pin at this point, considering what we've seen. I'm not sure that the goal isn't just to do damage. Oh, front drop kick there.
It seems like that's a common theme here in GFW. People not wanting to win. They're just here for like blood and guts and shit. It's really strange. And a big drop kick by Reeve.
I don't know if that's a common theme or if that's just something we're seeing from some of the competitors early on in this card. Oh, what's he got in mind? Oh!
What in hell?
And just staring at Misfit Angel here after that front flip drop kick.
You know, Reeve has shown me something here tonight. I did not expect him to have the high-flying advantage in this match, but that's exactly what we're seeing. Reeve is a bona fide luchador in this one.
I'm telling you, it's always surprising when he whips out the unorthodox offense like that. I did not see that front flipping drop kick coming, and honestly, I'm not sure how Misfit is still kicking after all that. He does seem to be winded here. Oh, Reeve! Reeve ducking that shot and going downstairs. Not beyond taking a cheap shot here or there, apparently.
I've kicked a few of my ex-girlfriends down there. It hurts just as much from what I hear.
Really?
Wow, Emav, that is incredibly revealing. Kokeshi there, just dropping the skull face first into Misfit Angel.
Whoa!
Oh, here we go again. Orienteering with napalm.
Yeah, this is a very lazy dragon should put this move on.
I think that's too technical for Lazy Dragon. It doesn't involve enough teabagging.
I think it's lewd enough for him though.
Oh, here we go! Misfit finish!
There it is! Is that gonna be the end of the match?
1, 2, 3. And Misfit Angel standing strong.
What a match.
I am just amazed at that outcome. And I mean, you gotta feel bad if you're Reeve going home after that one. Oh, what is this? Reeve is not taking this sitting down. No, not like that. Not like this.
I can feel
Wait,
the
what?
rage. I can't cleanse your sight.
What in the world?
Who turned on the lights?
Carl?
Where the hell is Reeve at?
What the frig?
Where did Reeve go?
No idea.
What is going
Ladies
on?
and gentlemen, Misfit
Carl's
Angel is
gonna need another
headed to the
asshole.
back, but nobody... I don't know what happened there, and I'm not sure where Reeve went. That very reminiscent to when our live tape got taken over on... What was it, Pulse that we saw that happen last?
I
Yeah.
believe so, yeah.
They were trying to get behind the source of that. I am.
Yeah, well, whoever it is just tapped into our audio, so maybe get on Carl about that a little bit, Goth.
Oh yeah, I'll be getting on Carl about that. Just sort it fucking out.
That being said, I'm a little bit more
Damn.
actually, I guess I don't need to be a little bit more concerned. Nero needs to be a little bit more concerned that one of our competitors just up and disappeared. Missing persons reports
Nero
are kind
has
of
been
a
drinking
thing.
since 6 in the morning, so I don't think he really cares right now. He's just watching the show and enjoying it. And I'll tell you this too, he's going to be paying very close attention to the main event. The right man has to win.
Oh my god, and I am not a supporter of the mentality of Nero Sin when it comes to certain things, and that is one of them.
Yeah.
Fortunately enough for us, I don't think that mentality is going to factor into our next matchup tonight, folks. We've still got people, by the way, backstage looking around trying to figure out what exactly just happened to Reeve. A way not to walk out with embarrassment. Bug from State Farm. That is definitely one perspective. Reeve killed the lights and played that strange audio so that he could escape. That being said, there is no escape for our competitors in the next matchup. Heidi Hart Smith, the beating heart of the Hart family, taking on the rollover from EOW Federation, one of our sister federations, Travis Markson, the prestigious one. Essentially, this matchup came about when the two of them ended up in a tag team match for Heidi Hart's debut, and she was just a fraction of a second late in breaking up a pinfall, causing Travis Markson to be pinned in that matchup. Now, one could easily argue that not getting laid out and covered is a better way to prevent a pin than expecting somebody to save you, but you know, Markson didn't take it that way. Markson felt like she let him down and he's tired of carrying rookies like her. And Heidi had a little something to say about that, and now we've got this matchup to show for it. And that's going to go ahead and happen right now.
No, that I can make you stay. But where's your heart? But where's your heart? But where's your... No, there's nothing I can...
Entering the arena at this time, the beating heart of the Hart family, Heidi Hart Smith. And her opponent this evening, the prestigious one, Travis Markson.
Matchup underway here between the beating heart of the Hart family, Heidi Hart Smith, and Travis Markson. Wow, monkey flip.
Monkey flip.
Early on, Heidi Hart Smith is right on top of Travis Markson. Not going to give him an inch to breathe.
Oh, hold on. No, doesn't even get one count. Leg drop.
Oh, and a beautiful gut wrench suplex there from Heidi. I mean, the size difference between Heidi Hart's just staring Markson down there as he rolls out of the ring to catch his breath. DDT early in this matchup. Heidi is on him like flies on you know what, and sending Heidi off the ropes here. Potentially going to try to get back in control as Markson. Big flying lariat there. This to me is a very, very interesting matchup here because we're not just looking at Heidi Hart Smith versus Travis Markson. We're looking at Heidi Hart Smith, who joined us from the Calgary, Alberta dungeon from Stampede Wrestling, who is here in GFW to make a name for herself. Thank you, Fire Pro Online. We went through a lot of trouble. It took about 3 days to convince them to let us book this arena, if you know what I mean. Anyways, Heidi Hart Smith here to prove herself to the entirety of GFW and our fan base versus Travis Markson, who joins us from EOW Federation, which he seems to believe is a superior company and doesn't feel like he needs to prove himself. Emav, for once, your opinion is appreciated. Air Raid Siren there, beautiful attack from Travis Markson. Either, whether we agree with Markson or not, his opinion is that EOW Federation is a much better company and that he doesn't
owe
the...
he should just go back.
Emav, I swear to God, if you cut me off one more time, there's going to be a different slapping noise that these people hear.
I'm not going to feel any of it. I'm too high right now.
Fire Pro Online, thank you for that follow. Anyways, Emav is an annoying pain in the ass, but Markson does not feel that he owes the GFW fans anything, doesn't feel that he has anything to prove to anyone, just believes that he should be elevated to the top of the GFW card. Guacamole Anderson, thank you for that follow.
I'm shocked that he made it this high on the card, to be honest.
Yes, we understand that you have a personal issue here with Travis Markson, Emav. What happened? Did he run off with your stash?
No, I really don't have a personal issue with him, except for the fact that every time he cuts a promo, it gets worse and worse every single time. I can barely understand a word he's even saying most of the time. And finally, Heidi Hart Smith decided to shut him up, and I hope that she wins.
I'm rooting for Heidi Hart Smith here, but that's more because I do appreciate... Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Here we go. That could be all she wrote right here.
Style
1, 2, 3. Gets the kick out, Heidi Hart Smith.
Very close there.
I'm rooting for Heidi Hart Smith here because I've seen her work in the gym. I understand the ethic, and I'll be 100% honest, guys. I love the Hart family. I'm a big fan of the Hart family. And I would love to see the sharpshooter have a sort of resurrection here in GFW as part of Heidi Hart Smith's ascent up the card.
Oh, and a spinning punch to the face. I gotta give it to Travis Markson. His offense has looked pretty good tonight. He's hit the German suplex, flipping over into a tiger suplex. 1, 2.
No!
I mean, that's the thing.
Very impressive.
Like him or hate him, Markson is an absolute competitor. He does have a history. He's held titles in many other organizations. Do I think that he's necessarily the top of the card here in GFW right now? No, but he could absolutely get there. The same, though, goes for Heidi Hart Smith. The difference between the two is that Heidi Hart Smith is willing to work and earn it, and Travis Markson just wants it handed to him.
Look at this armbar.
Yeah.
You know, if I have to really make a comparison, I guess that I feel like Heidi Hart Smith, like myself, wants to put in the work like I did when I started this company, and Travis Markson, he just wants to be thrown to the top and reap the benefits, kind of like Nero Sin.
Yeah.
Well, it worked for Nero Sin. He's the owner of the company now, and oh my God.
Air Raid Siren on Heidi Hart Smith there, and she is up, but not conscious, really. And Markson just taking a moment to catch his breath.
Spinning back fist.
Yeah, it might only be a matter of time now. As much as I wanted Heidi to win, she's just been getting hit with a lot of big moves.
Wow,
like
that twisting facebuster there. That has gotta feel pretty bad.
She's still coming at him.
Well, you gotta remember, she comes from the Hart Dungeon. This young lady has been stretched by Stu Hart himself. If anybody can take a beating and keep on ticking, it's gotta be her. Oh, God. Seated lariat there, so to speak. But Heidi is right back up, back in this match. Oh, wow,
Oh,
that twisting
tilt-a-whirl.
backbreaker's just not gonna feel good. And the thing you gotta remember is that moves like that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, all of that is kind of a build-up for what we're all waiting for, and that's for Heidi to pull the trigger, so to oh, wow, speaking of pulling the trigger there, Markson just putting Heidi down. Oh, but Heidi here with this gut-wrench suplex once again, working at that midsection. That gut-wrench lift actually does do damage to the ribs.
And again with the armbar.
The one thing
after that left arm.
I will say, just observationally here, is that perhaps Heidi should be a little less focused on that arm. Oh, but that kitchen sink, that's right on the mark, along with that camel clutch, just sitting on the lower back of Travis Markson as she wrenches.
Oh, shame.
Mark C, this is why we can't have nice things. Just saying. I'm just saying, man. Oh, and that running lariat again. Seated running lariat there. Oh, what's he got in mind? Another one of those dragon suplex whips.
Dropping her directly on the back of her head. And
oh, monkey flip here.
Monkey flip again!
Right in the center of the ring, and back to this armbar. I think that perhaps Heidi is just so focused on staying on top of Markson here that she's losing focus on the target with that armbar.
Or unless she's trying to confuse him by going for the armbar instead of the sharpshooter.
She's used the same arm all 3 times. I think eventually Markson's gonna tap out. Those armbars can catch up to you quick.
Just some beta testing, nothing to worry about. I mean, yeah, I suppose the arm bars could do some damage here. I just don't feel like Markson uses enough lifting offense for that to be a smart target. But you never know. I mean, Heidi could be... It's hard to justify the actions of the competitors in the ring, but you have to remember that none of us really... Oh, wow, that was a beautiful Frankensteiner whip there. None of us really understands the emotional state of the competitors when they're in the ring. This is Wings. Thank you for that follow. Sharpshooter! Pulling the trigger is Heidi. Come on. Come on, ref. Ask him. Oh.
No!
Doesn't get him there. I mean, the emotional state of the competitors is something none of us can really understand or equate to. For Heidi Hart-Smith, this is potentially the biggest televised stage that she's been on so far. And that's got to be playing on her nerve. Oh,
wow!
God, that brainbuster.
Brainbuster.
Jesus.
Maybe the solution is just to kill Markson instead of wrestle him.
I'd be okay with that.
Oh, here we go. Sharpshooter, center of the ring. Center of the ring.
Nowhere to go. Markson.
And there we go. Heidi Hart-Smith managing to sink it in with the sharpshooter. You gotta believe that at home they are proud of her right now. I know I'm proud of her right here at the booth.
But was able to get the victory nonetheless.
That was a phenomenal matchup between those two. Heidi Hart-Smith managing, and I gotta say, the beauty of that entire match for me was that it was dead center in the ring. Like, it's like she knew that moment was there, and that was the time to pull the trigger. I'm honestly more tempted to call her sharpshooter pulling the trigger than the sharpshooter at this point, because I'm getting behind that.
And if I may add, it's probably more fitting that she actually pulled this win, seeing as though obviously Bulldog has a lot of history here, one of her distant relatives.
That's very, very true. British Bulldog. In fact, why not recount some of the great moments of British Bulldog in this arena for us, Goth, while I totally don't do the technical things to set up the next match?
Well, obviously, I believe in 1992, he won a 50-man Battle Royal in the Royal Albert Hall. Not in the Royal Albert Hall as such, but obviously in Wembley Stadium in 92 as well. He won the Intercontinental title against Bret Hart in the main event.
Yeah, so I mean, big history for her family here. Probably a huge, huge win for her. I'd imagine she's in back right now on the phone with her folks, just celebrating. I know that she should be. I am honestly very excited, and I think that Nero owes Stampede Wrestling a thank you for letting us sign this young lady. That being said, folks, we are ready now. We understand the competitors in our next matchup are at the gorilla position. They are waiting and they're ready to go. That being Danny V5 and his opponent, better than you, or so he says. I don't necessarily agree. The Alex G.
Oh, baby.
Entering the arena at this time, Danny V5. And his opponent this evening, he is better than you, Alex G.
All right, matchup underway here. Danny V5 versus Alex G. And Danny already tossing him out of the ring. Oh, man, I love it.
It's
and Danny already go. Oh, he was gonna go up
and Alex already going for a chair. It's Dad Gaming. Thank you for that follow, man. Much appreciated. I'm very excited for this matchup here. For those of you who don't know, Danny V5 had to survive a 10-minute challenge with our FTW champion, Bonecrusher, who is a monster of a man. Oh, wow.
Oh, I'll have to drop the top, sorry.
And he had to survive for 10 minutes in the ring with him just to get this matchup with Alex G, because Alex feels that he is that much better than... Oh, come on. Get him out of the corner, ref. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, what is GFW doing? He's supposed to be counting right now. And, you know, this is also... I mean, Danny is got to be, like, probably the biggest underdog in GFW. He's only 16 years old, and he's going in there against a veteran in Alex G.
You know what, though? I don't... Like I said, y'all need to keep an eye on the dojo. I know I do. And I got a feeling that Danny is going to whip out something here tonight that nobody has ever seen before. And let me tell you, when he does, I'm pretty sure all of you are going to be eyes wide open, because the first time I saw him do it in the gym, I didn't even know what the hell had happened. I'm still not entirely sure that I wasn't just hallucinating from exhaustion.
Well, you know, Danny V5, he's always trying to break the boundaries. He's always trying to break that glass ceiling and do things that nobody's ever seen before. He hits a great drop kick there. But Alex G continuing to work on the arm. He's really been going after that this match. Cover one.
Not even a one there, actually. Rock and Roll, thank you for that follow, brother. Oh, wow, look at that. Ducking under the chop
blocking
there.
it. And he gets the back suplex.
I gotta say, that chop, that counter chop that Alex G uses, as much as I don't like Alex G as a person, that chop is just gorgeous. And the sound when it lands is like the most crisp noise you could ever hear.
Well, yeah, Alex G, of course, is just a phenomenal technical wrestler. I'm sure we'll see a lot of that on display as the match continues. Going for a cover again, just showing off, really, I believe.
I mean, I gotta be honest here, from Alex G, I expect a lot more shenanigans than technique at this point. Danny isn't old enough to hang out with the lewd dudes. Oh no, you've just given Max Savage a whole lot of ideas. And once again, Game Goon, get him out of the corner. This is ridiculous.
Come on.
Game Goon once again not doing his job.
And a cover here. One, two. Danny not going down that easy.
Oh, the low blow, come on.
See, this is what I mean. Can't do it straight. Oh, God. Double foot stomp to the spine of Danny V5.
But Danny getting right back up.
Oh, Irish right on, Mrs. Wings. Good to know, man. Good to know. Nice arm drag there from Danny V5. Potentially going to set up for something bigger here, but I guess not. I was expecting Danny to maybe go to the ropes for a springboard there.
I'm sure that'll come soon enough. You know, Danny V5, I don't know his entire story, but from what I've heard, it's actually kind of sad. He's been struggling a lot. He's here in the United States by himself. His whole family's from Mexico. And he's just trying to make a living here. He's just trying to get going. His family never had a lot of money. And wait a second. Oh my God.
I'll just bring him back in the hard way. Not a fun thing.
But I just don't know if he belongs here.
Oh, look at this. Just torture rack stretch here. Torture rack stretch. No, and I have to agree with you, Emav, and that's a rarity, believe me, folks. But, oh, what the hell was that? I can't believe it.
What the?
Alex G stealing the maneuver that I saw Danny V5 executing in the gym. Danny able to kick out of it, though.
Oh my god.
You must have been watching him from the outskirts.
I guess Blooded Gore has some spies.
Oh my god.
Oh, elbow drop.
You loaded the wrong match, didn't you?
I think I did.
Oh, baby.
Oh,
No, keep it. It's good. It's good.
Accidents happen, people. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't believe that. That can't be real.
Well, you
don't worry. Just don't worry.
I like how you didn't realize it. Oh my god.
There may be a saving grace here, because I don't think I loaded the wrong one. I think I may have just missed that happened. Anyways.
Okay. Kayfabe.
Go today.
Danny V5 being stretched out with this dragon sleeper here on the ground. We've seen Alex tap people out with this before. Apologies everyone for the fourth wall breaks.
There's some agility. And oh wow, a Maestro Cradle there and it only gets a 1 count.
Oh, Alex countering whatever Danny had in mind there. I will say this, while Alex may have been able to stylistically replicate the...
Oh, small package.
One.
No.
While Alex may have been able to stylistically replicate the technique that I saw Danny creating in the dojo, it doesn't seem to have had the same oomph as when Danny himself does it.
Go up top again.
Oh, big elbow drop splash there.
The rope break.
Danny with that technical spin to ground Alex G here, and another Mahistral Cradle.
Danny's spinning around a lot, maybe revving up for that spin dash he likes to hit. And now,
and that knee is just gonna plant Danny on his back. The internet audience hung up on the phrases stretched out and packaged being heard a lot in this matchup.
Of course.
Hey,
this is why we can't have nice things, internet audience.
We have a minor in the ring right now.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, this is what I'm talking about. He's calling for it.
Oh,
there we go. V5 by the originator of the move.
Is that gonna
and
do
that's
it?
gotta be it.
Stacking him up.
1, 2, 3.
Danny V5 with a huge upset victory here. I am thrilled right now. Danny's pulled it off.
So I gotta say, Alex G is of course one of the most baseless human beings on the planet. You can't just let a man have the technique that he was developing. You gotta watch him in the gym and steal it just to be a jerk.
Well, you know what? You know what the difference was? You know why Danny didn't get pinned off of it?
Because Alex doesn't actually know how to do it. He just kind of guessed.
No, because he didn't have all the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Danny was in super form when he hit that.
Oh, you guys can literally see me facepalm now. I don't have to tell you that I'm facepalming.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Bug from State Farm killing me over in YouTube chat right now. The internet is as usual not leaving anything to the imagination. That being said, folks, we have a wonderful matchup next. This is something I have been waiting for a long time.
You, K9. He just texted me.
I have been waiting for a very, very long time for this matchup. We have Watchdogs versus 2 lewd dudes. If you guys have not been following the way that this thing built up, 2 lewd dudes debuted a couple weeks back, and in order to make a name for themselves and sort of make an impact, they interfered in a matchup between the 2 members of Watchdogs, Alexander Smith and Mark Scarrott, who were trying to squash a beef in the ring. Not only did they interrupt that match, they interrupted that match by hitting a spike pile driver on Alexander Smith, injuring him and sending him to the hospital. But because that wasn't enough, they hadn't made enough of an impact apparently, they then decided to attack Alexander Smith in the hospital, trying to keep him out of the ring longer, and then proceeded to defeat Mark Scarrott in a very controversial decision, which saw Max Savage send Mark to the outside where Apollo beat on him and sort of weakened him. And then, of course, because that wasn't enough, cheating to really make it work. Oh, I'm sorry, not cheating, rule bending. Max Savage decided to eye-rake Mark Scarrott at a count of 9 and then roll into the ring for the win. Because that's how you win matches. That's how you win.
Not to mention they've been roughing up people all sorts in the locker room, from what I've heard.
Yeah, Two Lewd Dudes is running ramshod right now. But what they tried to do was go to the ring and call Mark Scarrott out to a tag team match, expecting Alexander Smith to be injured and unavailable to answer their challenge. And instead, Alexander Smith beelined it for the ring, which sent them bravely scattering off through the crowd. And that's how we get where we're at today, with the Watchdogs, Alexander Smith and Mark Scarrott, ready to face off against Two Lewd Dudes in the ring right now.
Entering the arena at this time, accompanied by the beautiful Carrie Louise, Two Lewd Dudes. And their opponents this evening, the Black Knight and the Canadian Crusher, Watchdogs.
All right, here we go. We've got Max Savage and Mark Scarrott starting off here. And I like Two Lewd Dudes' attires tonight. They're very provocative.
Hey man, it takes a lot of confidence to wear bright shiny pink out to the ring. That being said,
well, you know, Max Savage is technically the biggest star in this show.
Oh, is he?
You're joking, right?
More people know who he is than anything. You know how many movies this man has made that have made it into the adult theaters?
Oh Christ, at this point I'm just gonna zone out.
I understand, Emav, that you're a big fan and that you bought the pump and everything, but you don't need to share any more of your encyclopedic knowledge of Max Savage and his discretionary contributions to the world. I will say this, Carrie Louise looking lovely in her outfit at ringside for Two Lewd Dudes tonight. This is the first time we're seeing her out here with him.
Yeah, for sure. And I like that. Alexander Smith had a Kimura in, and Max Savage just kicks him right off. And
Apollo sliding out of that.
All that baby oil paying off.
That is a very good point. The baby oil for Apollo helping with the grappling prowess of Alexander Smith here.
You can see it just glistening off his body.
Now, the one question I have right now is how well will Watchdogs actually work together? The last time we saw them, they were in the ring fighting each other. And Alexander Smith had just taken a Canadian destroyer from Mark Scarrott before Two Lewd Dudes came out and Spike pile-drived him for good measure, you know, just in case the neck wasn't broken yet. Now we have to wonder if they're going to be able to work as a team, because I can tell you this much, Apollo and Max work as a team wonderfully. They are very, very versed at working together and having each other's back.
Yeah, you know, and this is a very important match. Of course, the GFW tag team champions right now are the new kings, that being Kendo and Victor Wolf. Not defending tonight because they're both busy defending other championships. But you gotta think the winner of this match will be in pretty good position to stake a claim at a future title shot.
Wolf the Lycan, thank you for that host, man. We love it when people help spread us out to other television networks. The internet community would like to know that if Emav is aroused by Two Lewd Dudes.
Currently no, but it takes me a little bit longer to get going, to be honest. It's just It's just seeing
Carl, come
seeing
on.
the ugly, unshaved, unwashed bodies of Watchdogs is just a real turnoff, honestly.
J-Mac, I am not wearing pink Spanx. Just throwing that out there.
I think you are.
I think I'm not.
You should prove it.
I think I could get kicked off Twitch for that, potentially. Run. Oh, God, that punt kick from Alexander Smith.
Danny's gone. There's no more minors here. Anyway.
You're no fun, good. Hey, what's up, HC? Good to see you, brother. Max and Apollo here. This is what I mean, working very effectively together in their corner.
Yeah, they've been dominant so far. They've been on top. They've been controlling. I'm gonna stop now.
Wow. Emav, are you a bottom? Is that what you're telling us? Mark Scare with a nice dragon spear.
You just called the match, you doped up moron.
This is why we like having Goth on commentary. Tell us what you really think. Mark Scarrod here, Apollo got him up in the air. There is no comparison for the power of Apollo, except for maybe Bonecrusher. Cover here by Mark Scarrod on Apollo.
I mean, if you can see all that baby oil shining off him is doing wonders to the cameras.
Just racking Mark across the back of Apollo here. That 3 foot wide back.
Mark with the Canadian destroyer.
Jesus!
1, 2, and you gotta wonder how Alexander Smith feels in the corner right now, watching that Canadian destroyer, since that's the last move he himself took from Mark.
Knee to the
back
nuts.
to the groin goes Apollo. I'm sure that he's disguising that as the inner thigh.
You know.
Apollo making a tag to Savage here. Yeah, the AI do all the match work for this HC. Oh, huge kick to the face. And now Max Savage making his way to the wrong corner here, allowing Mark to make the tag. And look at that! Mark just grabbed Max Savage out of the hands of Alexander Smith. And Alex just gonna sit here and tighten his wrist straps.
And he's got Neva on the outside.
And look at this,
is what I was
Apollo
waiting for.
in. I gotta say here, this is what I meant, guys. This is what I was wondering. Mark and
all hell is broken loose.
Not only is all hell broken loose, but essentially what happened there was Mark trying to help toss Max Savage out of the ring, causing Alex to slam himself on the mat and potentially take some damage. And then Alex was so distracted by the whole thing that Apollo was able to sneak up on him.
I have to say one thing real quick, and the person that I'm talking to will know who they are. Do you or do you not think that Max Savage looks a lot like Bill Moriarty? Okay, anyway, cover now. 1, 2, and kick out.
See, this is the one concern I have for Watchdogs. They have got to get on. They have got to get on the same page if they're going to win this matchup.
Gamgoon has to get the control here. And, kick out. And finally, I think we're down to.
Oh no!
My God.
Perfection driver. That's got to be it.
Perfection driver. 1,
2. Alex Smith saving the matchup there.
Oh, but immediately gets locked in an ankle lock here.
And now Max Savage in to break it up. And what's Max doing?
Going to the top rope.
Oh, wait a minute.
Miscommunication there.
That was a miscommunication between two lewd dudes there. Max's knees have got to hurt after botching that double knee drop there. I wouldn't say that Max failed as much as I would say there was a miscommunication that did not end well for two lewd dudes. And now Alex just elbowing the hell out of Apollo here. And Mark, seemingly confused in the ring, wants to get a piece of Apollo since he is the legal man, but Alex was just off the handle there. And this is sort of what I mean. Like, Alex has the most reason to be angry and irate going into this match. He's the one who's been victimized the most by TLD. And, you know, like, you have to wonder how much that anger and that rage is going to be a factor in his performance tonight.
Ouch.
Out of nowhere.
But Alex is right back up. And this is my point. Alex is driven in this match. Alex has all the rage to fuel his assault on two lewd dudes. The question is, will that get in the way of he and Mark Scarrott working together here? Oh, big backdrop there.
Ropes.
Oh, that shoulder block.
Oh, nice one.
Oh, hey,
Two.
good.
No.
Is that it? Is that the match?
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Oh, wow.
Right
Yeah.
there. Done and over. Beautiful,
But they're still
victory
fighting in here.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Apollo is just going in,
Control.
and Mark is staying out of the way.
Christ, get some control in the ring.
That finish right there, that was I believe it's called the Great Sword. Actually, if you want to correct me, Wings, I can't remember the exact name of it. Alex has been gone for a little while, and I'm a bad commentator for not remembering. But yeah, that was Alex's finish. There we go, the Great Sword Suplex 98. That is Alex's finish, and that is to be expected to me that he would get a cover with it on Apollo. What's really interesting there, if you take a moment to think about it, is that it was, 3 weeks ago that Apollo covered Alex with a similar suplex variant? If you recall on Pulse, he was able to get a victory over Alexander Smith with the Northern Light suplex pin.
The last game I've used there for that.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was... Sorry, everybody at home. That's kind of why I was sitting here dumbfounded with my jaw hanging open, was because I was waiting for EMAV to catch up.
Wait, what?
Someday. Yay,
Listen,
EMAV.
I was looking at the chat, okay? J-Mac here is saying that you're streaming Endless Legend right now.
Yeah, that's just because Twitch is a little confused. It happens sometimes. I wouldn't have it any other way. No, I thought there was some great poetry to that ending in a suplex, the same way that the previous match between Apollo and Alexander Smith ended.
I do gotta say though, I appreciate your Misfit Angel t-shirt you've got on. Good.
Oh yeah, totally. That's exactly what this is. That being said, y'all, we do have another great tag team matchup, and this one, there's been some changes from the actual the card announcements. So I do need to cover that real quick. The next matchup is Team Kawaii versus House of Wolves, Braden Blackwell and Krim Rocker. This was billed as a cage tornado tag team matchup. It is not a tornado tag team matchup. Interestingly enough, Team Kawaii has asked that this be a standard tag team match inside a cage. They specifically want to prove that they can beat Howl in a straight-up tag team match when Howl does not have the advantage of outside interference to help them.
Well, I gotta say, I think this is gonna be a first. I don't think I've ever seen a tag team cage match.
Neither have I, which is why I was actually really excited when I noted the change on the card, because I was like, this is pretty unique. I've never seen this.
Well, this is gonna be interesting.
Has Krim won a single match lately? EMAV, get the books. While EMAV looks, because it's going to take him a minute, because reading is hard for EMAV.
I've got my notes.
I'm going to go ahead and take us over to the match, because we've got the wrestlers at gorilla position, and we are ready to go.
Entering the arena at this time, Kana and Panda, this is Team Kawaii. And their opponents this evening, Krim Rocker and Braden Blackwell. This is Howl.
Don't look us right in the face. It's like staring at a burning sun.
Alright, well, I've got the books, and here's an interesting stat for you. On Season 2, Episode 3 of GFW Mayhem, Krim Rocker defeated Kana by pinfall with the Krim Rocker Dropper. And now these two are starting off the match.
That is an interesting statistic.
Cage has been lowered, and we're underway.
Yeah, this is very unique. Like I said, I've never seen a regular tag team match inside of a cage before done in this fashion. And I'm actually really excited because there's some interesting possibilities here, right? Like, eye poke counter there from Crim Rocker. That was
brilliant strategy by Crim, and just taking care of both of them.
Underhanded tactics, I call it, but whatever.
Yeah, I would say that was a fairly underhanded way to get out of it. Interesting implications, though, as I was saying here, because, like, you gotta think about it this way. If somebody bumps into one of the non-legal partners, they're going face first into a cage.
Yeah.
And that to me adds a lot of intrigue to this matchup. All it takes is a slight accident, a little shove, and you could send your partner into a steel cage and knock them out cold, in theory. Very, very interesting. Free the Panda. That being said, folks, I do want to take a second.
I'm gonna be honest.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, probably a more savage Panda's probably going to get let loose inside this cage tonight, I bet.
Oh, and that claw being applied by Panda to the face of Braden Blackwell there.
Yep, Pandas have claws too.
So I note people saying things about Facebook and chat. I just want to level with everybody. This stream is probably going to do terribly as far as, like, views and everything else goes, because I didn't have time to do any of the announcements. So if you guys want to share on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or fucking MySpace, be my guest. Thank you, B.
Share it on fucking, what is that website called that doesn't exist anymore? The WWC. Oh yeah, Tout. That thing where you do like the 15-second video.
Anyway, getting back to the match. Exchange here between Kana and Crim.
Oh, Crim with that face rub there, just scratching the sides of the face of Kana.
Yeah.
So this matchup, a little bit of the build-up for those of you who may not have been following. Team Kawaii and Howl have had a back-and-forth feud going on for a very long time, since Season 1, frankly. And that feud revolving around Howl's very dismissive attitude towards Marcus Moonchild and Team Kawaii as a whole. Kana has had several violent encounters with X himself, the leader of House of Wolves. And here we are in Season 2, we find ourselves with these two at odds again. However, with Marcus Moonchild out and down in his medical state, what ended up happening was Kawaii was kind of afloat without a rudder, so to speak. They had a problem finding any direction here in the company, and they were frankly on a losing spree. And Howl was more than happy to take advantage of that and gain a couple of wins over them, while simultaneously calling them out as basically not having it and not being able to handle themselves without Marcus being around. That being said, obviously Panda and Kana took an affront to that. They fought their way through the GFW faction champions in a 2-on-3 pinfall.
No.
They fought their way through the GFW faction champions in a 2-on-3 handicap matchup just to earn the right to face Howl in the steel cage here at Backdraft. So for Team Kawaii, this match is very important. It's about proving that Kana and Panda can handle it themselves. Not even a 1 count there.
Well, I totally am not part of the GFW booking committee, but if I was, I would say that the winner of this match would be in prime position to face the Watchdogs for a future tag team title opportunity. But once again, I'm not part of the booking committee, so I can't decide that.
That's a very good point. It was actually billed on the card that these two are contendership matchups, I believe. So Watchdogs are moving forward into a contendership position, as will the winner of this matchup. Right now, a very even matchup, although we did see that huge powerbomb from Panda a moment ago. Oh, Panda up top. Big fist drop there. And now working a half crab in the right corner, mind you. Braden Blackwell in to break that up very quickly, though.
The one thing I gotta say is that Panda, really, his technical wrestling ability has come a long way since the beginning of his career in GFW. He used to be more of a hardcore guy. He used to have to poke people with bamboo forks and shit. But now he's actually learning to hold his own in the ring, and oh wow.
Yeah, I think Panda as a competitor has absolutely grown in his time in GFW. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, this was the highest visibility cage we had available to us, so we went with it. Oh, sharpshooter here by Braden Blackwell. We saw one match end by this already tonight.
No, broke out of it.
Kana trying to get in there, but Crim Rocker intercepted her, and now all hell is breaking loose in the ring right now. Braden gonna send Panda. Oh god, that Showtie ran right into it.
1, 2.
No.
Kana in to break that up, and instead now 2-on-1 from Team Kawaii. Oh, this is not gonna feel good. That'll put your lights out quick. Braden gonna make a tag here to Crim Rocker though.
Oh, Panda takes tag to Kana.
And you know, I hate to say this, I hate to be the one to propose this question, right? But we did see Marcus Moonchild return triumphantly obvious at the last event. So do you guys think that if Team Kawaii wins in this matchup, does that take away from the point that they're trying to prove? That they can do this without Marcus?
I mean,
in what sense?
Well, I mean, the whole claim for Howl coming up to this matchup is that without Marcus Moonchild here to lead Team Kawaii, they didn't know what the hell they were doing. So they're trying to prove that they do, but Marcus is back now. So does that damage the point that they're trying to make? The internet fans don't think so, and I'm not saying that it does. I'm just posing the question.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Kana throwing a face first into the cage. That's the first time it's come into play.
Kana just ramming Braden Blackwell's skull into that cage. She's trying to get away though. Braden fighting off that attack, and now Braden locking in a sharpshooter here, but Panda right there to break it up.
Well, no, Panda, I think it's the legal man.
That shows you how much this has been chaotic. One, two, three. No, almost.
Braden Black.
And now all competitors in the ring, swinging Scrap Buster there from Crim. Both of the legal competitors in this matchup down now. Panda gonna be whipped off the ropes here. What's Braden got in mind? Oh, missing with that clothesline and just running into Panda.
And that's one way to do it. And then Panda now with the splash.
Diving headbutt there from Panda and Braden unable to recover. Anyways, I wasn't trying to be down on Team Kawaii. I was just posing the question because, I mean, that does kind of change things. I'm sure they feel boldened and bolstered by the fact that Marcus is back.
Yeah, obviously, but obviously he's not in this match, is he?
No, that's very true, and I think that's absolutely the core essence of this whole thing. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. They're mostly inseparable anyway, and I don't see anything happening to Marcus Moonchild in the near future to take him out of the equation anyway. Oh, big chokeslam there by Panda. Kana in control here with this leg lock.
No, broken up.
Oh, huge enziguri there from Crim. Crim is the legal man at this time, right?
Yeah, I have no idea.
No, I mean, there have been such frequent tags and so much chaos at this point, it's actually very hard to follow.
That's why I don't understand why this is a tornado tag. It's not like there's DQs in a cage match, unless there is. Who knows?
I mean, hey, I'm not going to argue with that. Kana just making light of Crim Rocker there, letting him know what she thinks of his opinion of them.
The disarmor. I wonder who she learned that from.
Oh, come on.
I mean, an armbar is an armbar is an armbar. You can name every move in wrestling something special. It doesn't make it special. Ooh, spinning kick to the back of the head. Quite frankly, I prefer a straight armbar to that anyway. Braden Blackwell, wave of the future on Panda in the background. That'll take Panda out of action for a moment at least.
This
he's right back
up. Never mind.
Hey, I mean, Panda's a tough one. We did see him.
Point in GFW, as you've seen.
And now Panda gonna send Braden into the corner. Panda is the legal man at this point. Gourd buster from Braden Blackwell. And now calling for something here. You gotta wonder if Braden's potentially gonna go. Oh, fighting off the double team. Another diving headbutt. Oh god, big diving headbutt there. And I gotta say, oh no.
Wait a minute.
No.
No, wait, no!
I wonder after the safety of Panda's poor brain pan with the amount of time he spends flying through the air head first. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, bloody hell!
Two. Kick out there.
Broken up by Krim the last second. If he wasn't in Howell's corner there, that might have gone a lot differently.
You know, that's a very good point. Panda perhaps not paying attention to the positioning as much as he could be here.
And what the fuck was that? Grim Rock.
I'm not entirely sure.
Flex!
Kana, I think, was just posturing there, and that was terrifying enough. Grim being sent off the ropes here. Panda just working a series of punches.
Just walking through them.
Yep.
Grim Rocker is
timing it so well.
The internet concerned we have a potential Harambe incident here. Oh, and a beautiful diving headbutt from Panda in the right corner. One, two. Kana intercepts, three. That's it right there. Panda just staring down Grim Rocker. The point being made. I gotta say, the stare down there from Panda, point being made by Team Kawaii that they can absolutely handle themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I guess on a future episode of either Mayhem or Pulse, we will see the Watchdogs versus Team Kawaii #1 contendership for the GFW Tag Team titles. What a match that's going to be.
Absolutely agree with that. Next up, though, we do have... I do want to take a second once again to say that I wasn't saying that Team Kawaii wasn't proving themselves. I think they absolutely did. And I honestly think that having proven themselves like that, Team Kawaii as a whole just looks stronger moving forward. That being said, though, the next matchup is one that certain portions of our audience have been waiting for. That being the faction title match between Glory and the group that I'm calling the Masked Misfits there. Professor Asher, that teabagging lazy dragon, and, of course, Richard, who we haven't actually seen in a very long time. So it'll be interesting just to see him in the ring, I think.
Entering the arena at this time, the challenger this evening, the Masked Misfits, Professor Asher, Lazy Dragon, and Richard. And their opponents this evening, the GFW Faction Champions, Glory.
Matchup underway here between Glory and the Masked Misfits, and I want to say one thing right away. I'm sure you fans at home noticed it because I noticed it. Omar Jackson of Glory not entering with the GFW faction title around his waist, instead, once again, choosing to wear his Progress Heavyweight title out, his singles championship. There's been a lot of infighting in Glory recently, and you have to wonder whether Kitten Canaveral, who's taking Bobby Freedom's place in their normal lineup here, is going to be able to actually hold Glory together with the combustibility between Omar Jackson and Victor Wolf. It being tagged in here, now the legal competitor in this matchup against Professor Asher. Kitten Canaveral, the Space Kitten, another fan favorite here in GFW. And now we've got Richard in the ring. Richard's sort of a unknown quantity here in GFW. We don't see him very often, but when we do, he is a very smash-mouth competitor that seems to like to clothesline the crap out of anything that moves. Oh, gut-wrench suplex there. Not a whole lot of story build-up to this matchup, so much as it just being an interesting pairing of competitors. Who are you calling Bonehead? Yes, Professor Asher is literally a bonehead after a strange accident being left with no flesh on his skull. Makes him a very interesting competitor when it comes to head strikes and things like that. He doesn't exactly bruise easily, so to speak. That being said, he is a little more brittle, so I'd imagine a few too many strikes to the head and you might win the match permanently, if you know what I mean. So far, though, Glory holding their own in this matchup, although we're not really seeing slouching from the Mass Misfits either. I gotta admit, on a personal level, I'm waiting to see Lazy Dragon get in the ring.
I think everybody is.
My ideal pairing in this matchup, I don't know about you folks at home, but the thing I'm waiting to see Lazy Dragon versus Kitten Canaveral.
Hey, Matt, have we ever had that match before?
Tag in. Oh, look at this. Lazy is in now. All we need is Kitten to get the tag. And we will have a Gamers United moderator battle going on. Although I guess technically Lazy is not a moderator, he is just the Grand Master Stalker Baiter. Yeah. For those of you who do not know, Lazy is a fixture around here, would be a good way to put it, considering he spends more time in this stream than I do. Lazy being broken off of that pinfall. So far, though, we're really not seeing Lazy give anyone a reason to bust out the mouthwash. Going downstairs, though, is Lazy Dragon right there on Victor Wolf. And Omar Jackson with that nice running body splash. Victor Wolf getting out of the ring.
And Omar Jackson now, missing. That was a good thing to come back to. Sorry, I was just at the bar getting another shot of vodka. And Omar Jackson now. Okay, now I want to point something out here. Professor Aisha in the ring right now. I'm at the press conference. He was the only one out of the 6 people to show up for this match. And I asked him how he felt about it. And he said, I don't know who my partners are. I don't know who my opponents are. And I don't know what the titles are.
Okay, so Asher very out of sorts. The one thing we do know about Asher is he loves his chicken tendies.
Oh yeah, baby.
Victor Wolf being tagged in here by Omar Jackson. That is honestly surprising to me, considering how well they've been working together thus far in the matchup.
And now Asher tagging in Richard, who this is the first time we're seeing him this entire season, I believe.
I think you would be right there. I don't think that we've seen him in competition other than this season. Gotta say, those jeans do look nice. He always has such nice jeans. And a weird-ass chicken mask.
Yep.
Victor Wolf, Wakagatami, center of the ring here. Perfect positioning to retain Glory's faction titles. Oh, and a big backbreaker there.
It's good fortune that Aisha doesn't think that Richard is actually... Otherwise it could end in disaster.
That is very true. If Asher mistaked Richard for chicken tendies, we could have a whole different kind of matchup here tonight.
Have I missed it yet? Has Lazy Dragon teabagged anybody yet?
No.
Okay.
No, Lazy's surprisingly tame in this matchup so far.
It's only a matter of time.
Did you see Asher go for that victory roll? Asher going for a victory roll there, and Omar Jackson just face planting him from it, and then taking out Richard with a drop kick. Omar with that exploder suplex right there.
And now
I would absolutely go to Popeyes after stream. Cover here, 1.
Oh, but he's in the corner.
Omar Jackson
now dragging him across the floor. He's about to have a bad time.
Omar Jackson has been absolutely dominant for Glory's side in this matchup. Lazy, a house on fire there for a moment, just fighting off all comers.
Yeah.
Oh, what's Asher gonna have in mind? Capo kick there. Capo kick to the back of the head of Omar Jackson.
Ropes.
And oh no. Jackson gets out of the way. And oh, wait a second, Asher now.
Tombstone pile driver. What would you like on your tombstone?
And what the hell is Carol doing? And now, who's legal? Is it?
No idea.
I think Lazy and Victor are legal at this point, but I can't say for sure.
Oh, somebody fucked up the camera once again.
Cover.
And
One.
Richard is taunting away on the apron. Not sure what that's all about.
Being a one fall match, we could. Oh wow!
Nice combination there.
We could be in for a long night with this match. I just kind of realized because everybody's gonna be breaking everything up. 1, 2.
I don't know if we're in for that long of a match here. I think we're winding down at this point.
You're right.
Omar Jackson has been putting in a lot of work in this matchup, and dang near got a pinfall himself with that spear.
Ooh.
I have to admit, though, I'm a little bit disappointed in Lazy Dragon's performance tonight.
Yeah, I am too. He just, I have not been aroused.
I think Emav wants a teabag from Lazy.
Oh, I do, baby. I pay good money for that.
I really don't want to know what you spend your paychecks on, Emav. Snap suplex there from Victor Wolf and Kitten Canaveral right on top of Professor Asher there.
Ooh.
Double knee drop to the point of the skull.
Literally. And now, Kitten throwing him into the corner. And we've got a slap fight here. And now
Kitten coming out on top, telling Asher not to mess with her. She is a moderator. She knows what she's doing. And Lazy on the apron, he is ready to get into this matchup. German suplex pin, but feet land on the rope.
Ready to go here. Oh, but what is Kitten doing?
Oh, we've seen this. Oh, but a capo kick breaks it up. No moonsault elbow drop for us.
This is just breaking down here, Kitten now.
Oh my god.
Samoan pop from Kitten into a double knee drop on the point of the skull one more time, and then a double paw stomp there. Oh, Asher's putting Kitten up top. What's he got in mind? Oh, Taco Frankensteiner.
And now, come on, Lazy. Lazy, do your spot.
Lazy is in, gonna hold Kitten. Oh, takes another capo kick, and now Lazy just stomping the hell out of Kitten Canaveral.
The king of stomp style.
Kitten.
Oh, God.
Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, and Glory. Look at that. Asher and Richard were being ejected from the ring. Kitten Canaveral managing to catch that spinning Hurricane Rana pinfall. Matchup goes to Glory, who retained their GFW faction titles.
I'm incredibly disappointed. Lazy didn't get to do any teabagging in this match.
I know, right? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I paid the price of admission to see Lazy teabag somebody, and that didn't happen, so...
Wait, you had to pay to commentate?
Nero's not making you guys pay?
No. Nero hires the production truck, for God's sakes.
Son of a... This is totally unacceptable.
Clean the bathroom.
This is totally unacceptable. I do not accept this. I desire free entry to the events from now on. This is BS.
Wait. So you're telling me that you had to pay to come work for this show?
Yeah,
that is how much I love being a part of GFW, Emav. Don't mock my commitment, okay?
No, I'm just saying, this is a great business model Nero Sin has.
Speaking of great business models, one of Nero's other great business models is interjecting Hal into whatever matches he sees fit, which is why, even though he's already competed tonight, Prim Rocker is now being put into a matchup for #1 contendership for the FTW title, a matchup that features AK-47, David Starr, and Crim Rocker, and that is up right now.
I'm
getting this matchup underway between
Oh my god!
Wow, Pack Hunt early on.
Hunt to start things off by Crim Rocker and David Starr. Yo, I wonder if Nero, since watching this, maybe he wants to recruit David Starr for House of Wolf.
I mean,
because there wasn't any favoritism in this match. No.
I mean, if you look at the trunks of David Starr, they are a little on point, right?
Mm-hmm.
That being said, I was under the impression that David Starr and AK-47 were on the same page going into this.
Well, they did work together just a second ago, did that powerbomb into a neck breaker, but I think this is a true free-for-all here between these three guys.
I would agree. I think that David Starr is definitely an opportunist and is probably just looking for his FTW title match here.
Obviously, he was screwed out of. Let's keep in mind.
No, AK was screwed out of the FTW title, and he. Well, I mean.
No, David Starr was taken out before the final.
Oh,
yeah, he was screwed out of his tournament final. Yeah, both these guys were screwed, and that's why this match was made, to figure out who was going to get the title shot, because apparently there's only one.
Why the hell is Crim in it?
So wait. Let me get this straight. Both AK-47 and David Starr, who was attacked so he couldn't be in his final match. We don't know who attacked him, but I think we can guess.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is the person who potentially attacked David Starr and screwed AK-47 out of his title opportunity is in the ring fighting them both for a title opportunity.
Well, all I can tell you is that if you watch the press conference, Nero literally said, Crim is going to be in this match because I don't like you guys. Speaking about David Starr and AK-47.
So what you're saying is that Nero, as always, is a source of such objective booking and planning.
Yeah.
Well, hey, nobody ever said that this is a sport. This is sports entertainment.
Oh, piss off!
Y'all can say whatever you want to about when I was running GFW, but when I was running GFW, we got the F out of that.
Hey, when you were running GFW, were we able to book the Royal Albert Hall? I don't think so.
So what you're saying is that because Nero has a larger budget that I got him by closing a progress deal that he tried to kill, that makes him better.
Nero Sin is famous in the UK.
How?
Everybody loves him here.
Oh yeah, I'm sure everybody loves him. I'm sure all of those progress fans that he spit on and verbally shit on last season love him too.
He's running.
Yeah, and all the bottling he's getting is just the fans showing their love for him.
He's running to become the Prime Minister of London next year.
Okay, go smoke something.
I am not as incensed by
Nero's
that.
dick, since you do it all the time anyway.
Ladies, do we need to get you a room? Calm down. Y'all know, apparently the internet has love for Nurse Muerto, who we haven't seen for a very long time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Good, you got to get in the ring with her, just like Reeve got in the ring with his girlfriend earlier. Super kick.
I would rather keep Muerto out of the ring, which realistically is the only reason Nero runs the company right now, because the reason we haven't seen her in a very long time is what, Emav? Why haven't we seen her in a while?
Yeah.
Because Nero tried to kill her.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The good business management skills of Nero Sin that got him the position he is currently in.
Well, hey, sometimes you just have to take out the trash. That's all I can say.
Where's the off button on the microphone?
No, don't worry. She'll just inject you with a load of poison later on.
Talk some shit again, Emav. Talk some shit again.
I know, I'm going to call the match. Package File Driver by David Starr. I'm going to do my job here for one. And unlike you guys.
For the love of God.
I
Stop his bloody mic now!
I'm going to knock the teeth off Emav at the next pay-per-view, y'all. You heard it first.
Not if I get to him first!
It sounds like since Nero is such a very fair and objective booker, And if he really wants to give the fans what they want to see, he should be booking EMAV in a handicap match against Good and Goth.
No, I'm telling you, let's tag team it. Me and Charlie the Pizza Guy versus you. That's how I can pay for my next pizza. Offering him a match on GFW.
Oh, come on, Gangoon. There's a pin in the ring. 1, 2, 3.
You want to talk about me? Oh, that's it.
David Starr clinches it up with product. Nobody saw that. David Starr clinches it up with product placement. Nobody saw that. David Starr clinched it up with product placement. That totally
me right now.
That totally was not me making up for the fact that there is a current break in the mods in battle royals or anything, guys.
Yo, K9 is actually happy right now. He said he wanted either him or David Starr to win.
Well, I'm glad to hear that he's enjoying the show. Hopefully everybody at home is enjoying the show as well. Jesus Christ, my eyes are hardly open, y'all, huh? I'm like...
Hey, K9, now that you're listening, rehire Tony Flynn back to ESC. That's all I'm gonna say.
Moving forward from EMAVs using the platform as an advising tool.
Yeah.
Good job, EMAV. By the way, you owe Nero $5. To answer the internet questions coming in, you do not need mods to have a triple threat. However,
it's a battle royal.
If you do make a battle royal when the mods are broken, sometimes you encounter an issue where once people are pinned, the pin timer goes up instead of down, and they automatically kick out at 2. And then you spend 3 hours trying to make the match that you were trying to prepare for this show work, and then a pause screen makes it into the show.
I just realized something though, good. Maybe not buying the Stardom DLC just bit you in the ass, because doesn't that mean that you wouldn't have the new mod pack?
No.
What? Didn't he have to update it when the DLC came out?
Yes, he did. But I didn't update to the new mod pack because...
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Maybe the new mod pack fixed it. Because he said there were a bunch of bug fixes in it. What?
I have the newest mod pack.
But I thought you couldn't, because the DLC.
You don't have to have the DLC to use the latest mod pack.
It just covers
You have to have the latest mod pack to use the DLC and the mod pack.
My bad.
It's okay. It's fine. We understand, EMAV. You're a little slow sometimes.
Drunk.
That being said, folks...
K9 is like, what's this DLC we're talking about? This is a wrestler. Just put him in the damn ring.
It's like that. It's like that. Let's just put EMAV in the damn ring. I like that idea.
But for real, breaking the fourth wall for a second, K9, it literally did take like 3 hours to get your match to work because they kept kicking out.
Yeah, essentially the mod was bugged and people would kick out at 2 forever.
Yeah.
Which is why it was kind of choppy there, because we had to do some hacky stuff to make it work and then do editing, and I missed a clip. Anyways, moving forward, our next matchup on the card, one of our top 3 matches on the card. If you guys have seen the vignettes that we were running for the show, this is one of the more popular ones. It is Taryn Johnson versus Bonecrusher. This is a contract match. If Taryn Johnson wins, she wins her contract back and in essence frees herself from the influence and the control of Bonecrusher. If she loses, unfortunately, then her contract is Bonecrusher's forever. Like, I'm not even sure how that legally works, but apparently it's forever, which would mean even if she left the company, he would still own her wrestling contract, and I'm not sure how that would actually...
Well,
I'm not going to think about it too hard. Let's just cut to the match.
Never is a fun...
Entering the arena at this time, the Heartbreaker, Taryn Johnson.
Machines have no conscience.
And her opponent this evening, he is the GFW FTW champion, the immortal gladiator, Bonecrusher.
All right, matchup underway, and as you can see, Taryn Johnson with quite the attire tonight.
It seems to be Batgirl inspired from what I can tell.
Yes, I believe you're right. It's definitely very interesting. Ooh, leg sweep there, taking the big man off his feet.
Quite nifty, if I might add.
Yeah, Taryn Johnson definitely very determined tonight.
Yep.
Crusher throwing her off the ropes. Oh,
bloody hell.
And you see Crusher just towering over her. And Taryn Johnson isn't really a small girl. She's really tall. But Crusher just overwhelming a backbreaker. Taryn trying to get something going and ducking a clothesline. And now throwing him off the ropes. No, but
a huge knee from
blows through him. And headbutt.
Ouch.
Taryn Johnson has had an absolutely incredible run to even get here, though, realistically. So I definitely... I know, Emav, you felt that she was doomed in this matchup, that Bonecrusher was just going to break her in half, I believe were your words.
Well, I still think he will. I mean, I'm not going to discount anything that Taryn has done up to this point. She's a phenomenal competitor. But Bonecrusher has been undefeated since his debut in GFW, been absolutely unstoppable.
So what would you say if I said that there was something to be said for the fact that Taryn Johnson ran the table on a much larger opponent in Derek Douglas while injured?
I would say that Derek Douglas is not Bonecrusher.
Yeah, do we need to talk about the first match these two had that got thrown out?
Oh, yeah, no, that's a very valid point. You know, since the last time these two faced off, Bonecrusher clearly, definitively beat Taryn Johnson, right? And by beat, I mean threw out of the ring and then bullied an official.
And then we were calling the match.
Okay. As much as I've been ragging on Gamgoon this entire night, Mark Scarrett has got to be the worst fucking referee I've ever seen in my entire career in professional wrestling that has spanned over a decade, mind you. And now, Bonecrusher clothesline. And just putting her to sleep now. Is she going to pass out here? How is she going to break
I don't see Taryn passing out to that at all. No.
Crusher gave up on the hold. And now going for a bear hug. This is like put Danny V5 away.
Yeah, but I gotta say, as much as I think Danny is a tough kid, Taryn is being driven by something that nobody else on this card is being driven by. Can you imagine being stuck, contracted to Bonecrusher for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Well, it's already been hell, and a choke slam for 1, 2.
Whoa!
She was a half second away from having that be the reality.
Big choke slam.
Another one. She's done 1, 2, 3. She's barely slipping the shoulder out.
Second.
And now roll off. Only gets a 1 though. It's gonna take a lot more than that to put Bonecrusher away. Like I was saying earlier, it's been hellacious for Taryn Johnson being contracted to Bonecrusher, having to do his bidding this entire time. It's been hell. He broke her fucking ankle. I mean, let's be real here.
Yeah.
The internet community says nobody is Bonecrusher unless you have other undead cannibals around. Undead cannibals with wrestlers for arms and legs, don't forget.
Yeah, that could have been enhanced, let's say.
Taryn Johnson, I mean, at this point, I think they're just filled with the meat of human. Oh! Gamgoon is down, sent into the ref. Hey, what's up, Morbits? How you doing, man? Gamgoon is down. This is actually, I gotta be honest, if I was Taryn, I would have taken advantage of that opportunity to bust a light tube over Crusher's head or something. Given the stakes, I don't know that there's anything that's too much. I was making air quotes. You can't see it at home, so I'm letting you know.
You know, the one thing I'll say with Gamgoon is there's no way he's throwing this match out no matter what happens. I mean, that would just be terrible.
No, I don't think that he would do that.
Here we go. He might not have to, though. Choke slam. That could be a third time in the match. 1, 2.
I don't think, no. He's not going to get Taryn with a nonchalant cover like that. Not with stakes like these.
He almost did.
Yeah, but he didn't. Almost
Yeah, but
isn't enough.
At the same time, could be using that count to preserve energy as well.
That is actually a valid point. That's an argument I could hear taking. Crusher is a massive person. It's got to take a lot of energy just to fuel that body.
But he drops it.
But he drops the chair after Game Goon admonishes him.
Wait a second, chair be going for here.
Heartbreaker!
Oh!
Did you guys
She
see
can't
that?
capitalize.
She may not capitalize, but his head hit the leg of the chair.
Hold on!
Cover!
Cover!
One, two. Oh
Crusher's
no!
barely kicking out.
Oh no!
I can count the number of times on one hand that I've seen Crusher in this much trouble.
Hold on.
As Taryn goes to the top.
Stop!
Whoa! Final tap!
Two.
And
No!
I gotta
Crusher's
say,
in trouble now.
I'm
Crusher's
starting
on the
to
ropes.
see. I feel the other way. I'm starting to worry. Taryn just hit Crusher with her best shot, and he kicked out. Like, if history is any kind of educator, think about the match with Derek Douglas. She hit 3 of those and wasn't able to put him away. Eventually, she submitted him, but she hit 3 heartbreakers and wasn't able to put him away. What if Bonecrusher is able to eat the same amount or more, realistically?
Well, maybe she's got submissions then. We haven't seen that yet in the Crusher locking in the camel clutch.
Ripping the upper half of her body off here.
Oh, should get out of it though. Vincenta.
Now, big boot to the back of the head of Crusher. That, I think, is a very, very good strategy.
Backbreaker again.
The internet community would like to know if almost wasn't enough is the story of your sex life, Emav. Samoan Pop here.
You know,
and one thing I think
don't know if you guys want to hear about my sex life right now, but I will.
No, we don't. One thing I'd like to mention.
Taryn went for a heartbreaker and got elevated 6 feet in the air.
Yeah. One thing I'd like to mention again that I think a lot of people have forgotten again is Crusher is now half blind. He's only got one eye.
How did that happen, by the way? I don't remember the story there.
From Grapevine, I think it was Panda, but I don't truly know.
What?
Panda stabbed him in the eye with a wooden spork, okay?
What a great baby face.
Well, I think it was bamboo stick, but whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was a bamboo stick. My bad. I thought it was a bamboo spork. Maybe I'm just...
Wishing.
Yes, because a bamboo spork would be very hilarious to me. It will just be a bunch of tiny Pinor talk. Apparently, Emav, the internet believes you are not well endowed. Big clothesline.
Well,
and Crusher taking a moment to taunt here.
Let me tell you something. The strippers still take my money like everybody else. So...
This just gets sadder and sadder the more you illuminate.
Yep.
Another one of those big double step kicks to the back of the head. Now Taryn gonna bring him down with that sleeper drop. It almost seems to me like she's setting up for that submission again.
Yeah. You missed with that.
Strippers the only person that will touch you. Fuck you, J-Mac. Piece of fucking dog shit. Suck my dick, motherfucker.
Taryn, once again, we saw that before. That lifting brainbuster on Bonecrusher.
Have fun editing that out good. Nero's not going to pay you overtime for that. And Crusher now, again, just throwing her up and down.
I'm reasonably sure, Morbits, that it still hurts if you're a girl.
Oh yeah, we talked about this earlier. I have first-hand accounts.
No,
look at how slow.
It hurts a lot.
Look at how slow Crusher is compared to Taryn Johnson, though. The movement difference is insane.
No, it's never.
But I mean, when you're the size of a walking mountain, nobody can expect you to be fast, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Crusher is surprisingly agile. I mean, he's nowhere near as fast as Taryn Johnson, obviously, but he's still moving around in there pretty good, I would say. Especially for how long this match has been going on.
Wow. 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Taryn kicking out there, and one more Samoan pop for good measure. What's she got in mind here?
Up to the top rope!
Elbow drop. 1, 2, 3.
Holy crap!
Taryn Johnson has done it. She has won her freedom from Bonecrusher.
My God. What did I just see?
Can you comment on the ref wearing a diaper? Taryn
With the top
Johnson.
rope elbow drop, Taryn Johnson ends the undefeated streak of Bonecrusher and earns her freedom. What a performance.
Taryn Johnson has freed herself. Yeah. Taryn Johnson has freed herself and managed to liberate her contract from Bonecrusher. Yes, you did, Taryn. You won by a flying elbow drop cover. And that'll be the end of Crusher's reign over Taryn.
She just missed it. Oh, that's great.
Just that close.
You're a day late and $1 short, sweetheart.
Story of your life, isn't it, EMAF?
No, I've been here since the opening match, bro.
Yeah, you weren't bloody yesterday, though, were you?
Like I said, yesterday the party did not get till I showed up.
Keep telling yourself that.
That all being said, and while these two fight like an old married couple, let's talk about the match that's coming up next instead.
I'm gay, but I still wouldn't marry him.
Wow. Okay. Not touching that with a 10-foot pole, but what I will touch with a 10-foot pole is I'm just gonna level with everybody. I am fucking exhausted, and it's finally kicking in. I'm sorry, commentary's slowing down. Everything is.
There's 2 matches
just
left.
2 matches more. I can make it, y'all.
I can give you some if you want. It really helps.
So next up, we have a match that I have personally been waiting for. I'm sure everybody else has as well. At least if you've been following the show, the undefeated. The
Junior weight champion, Kendo.
You didn't get it right either. The undefeated GFW undisputed junior champion, Kendo, defends his title against the returning winner of the FTW title tournament, Marcus Moonchild, who traded in his FTW title shot for this match to try to end Kendo's streak. I'm freaking tired, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I am very, very sorry. But you know who's not sorry? Marcus, because he's got a match to reclaim the loss that he got to Kendo at the Blackout and potentially take home the belt that he would have won there right now.
Entering the arena at this time, he is the challenger to the GFW Undisputed Junior Championship, the Overlord, Marcus Moonchild. And the defending, reigning, undefeated GFW Undisputed Junior Champion, Britain's favorite son, this is Kendo!
And this matchup is underway. Kendo has been on one hell of a streak while Marcus Moonchild has been injured off in the hospital. Kendo has fought his way through, God, what is the list? The Modfather,
Callum Newman, Andrew Everett,
Brad Hollister.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, he's been on a run. But I think one of the things that we've noticed with Kendo lately is that he seems to be getting a little bit complacent, a little bit cocky in all of his endeavors as of late in the ring. Go ahead.
If I must just say that I am truly happy that 2 Brits are in the co-main event in the Royal Albert Hall. I'm loving.
I'm sure the crowd is going wild. They don't call Kendo Britain's favorite son for no reason.
And you know, it's funny you mentioned it. Kendo, of course, has the best record in GFW, 12 victories. He does have 1 defeat, but it is to the current GFW heavyweight champion, Evil Mist.
Well, and that was also in the inaugural Catalyst tournament before we were even officially a company.
That's true.
Like it was.
That is true. If you want to be technical, since we've been on television, Kendo is 12-0. Incredible record.
Oh, taken down there by Kendo.
Yeah,
and
absolutely phenomenal record from Kendo here.
Drop.
Like I said in the memo too, he's beaten people not only in GFW but outside of GFW as well. He's beaten Callum Newman, Andrew Everett, Brad Hollister. I mean, you name it. If they've stepped up, Kendo has put them down.
That's very true. But Marcus is more fired up than I think we've ever seen him before. Coming off of that return, and I have to be honest, I feel like Kendo is really, really confident right now, maybe a little too confident. And if there's anybody that's in a position mentally, psychologically, to take advantage of that and pull out the win, it's got to be Marcus Moonchild.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know, I don't know if I think that Kendo is going to lose the championship tonight, just because he's been the longest reigning champion. He's got the tag team championships, he's got the junior heavyweight championship, and nobody has been able to stop this guy so far, including Marcus Moonchild, who's already lost to him once before.
That is true, but I don't know, since Marcus has been back, he's been, I don't know, different? Was to be the best word, more uplifted than anything else.
I mean, he was able to beat Nero Sin pretty quickly, which is not easy to do, so... But still, we haven't really seen too much from him. That was a quick match, and I don't know. He's looked good so far, but he eats a Hurricane Rana there from Kendo.
I mean, this has been back and forth, to be honest.
Yeah, very much so.
Sliding kick!
I would say it's been a very back and forth match, and honestly, I was really concerned about his first match back being against Nero Sin, because with the size and power of Nero Sin, there was a recipe for disaster there if he'd really had any ring rust. Oh wow, that's a huge leaping elbow.
But let's be honest, everybody is bigger than Marcus.
Whoa, roll up here. One kick out. Yeah, that is true. And I think Nero Sin, Marcus had the element of surprise on his side with the match, kind of caught him off guard. Nero Sin, I will admit, probably did attack David Starr backstage and was thinking he was getting a night off. And then he just gets completely blindsided by Marcus coming out.
Well, I mean, you get what you paid for sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, that's true. I have to admit, when...
Ooh, that huge double knee drop across the ribs of Marcus Moonchild.
Go for cover.
One, two.
No!
Doesn't get him there.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about Kendo possibly being a little bit complacent, having been so dominant as champion, but I can tell tonight, he really wants this victory tonight. He's really trying to away here.
I feel like he's trying really hard right now, but I also feel like we sort of see his composure degrade over time in matches lately. And I feel like the longer it goes, the more confident and sort of almost disinterested he gets, which is a really bad decision on his point. Oh, Marcus taking him up top.
It hasn't hurt him yet. Canadian Destroyer for the top rope. And I think this one's over. Flatliner.
But they're both down.
Both back up.
Marcus is out of here. Oh, big uppercuts. Marcus got to be knocked out. He could be sent back into a coma if he's not careful.
Well, I mean,
Jesus.
Kendo has done some severe damage here already, and
implant
DDT.
That double underhook DDT. That's gotta be
One, two,
and
no!
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, man, I got the feeling Marcus ain't leaving this ring unless he's in a body bag.
And standing start.
Two.
No!
I am just amazed that he's still going. Look at this. It's almost like that gave him new life, getting the shit beat out of him like that. And now, jackknife cover. One, two.
Well, I mean, you know what they say, second wins are a thing, man. Like, you see it all flash before your eyes, and then bam, you're back in it just like this.
Combinación Cabra. What a move.
See, I was expecting him to go up top there. If I was Marcus, I might have tried to finish there.
But he probably knows that that's not going to
Kendo's trying his uppercuts.
No, that's a valid point. Kick. Kendo is not the kind of competitor
here we go.
Here we go. Oh no, Kendo got out of the way.
No.
Neck breaker.
God, that senton was a thing of beauty. If Kendo hadn't moved, that might have been enough.
Yeah. Sent off the ropes. Goes underneath.
And see, this is what I mean. You see him stop there and wag his fingers at Marcus like, no. When he starts getting like that, that's when I start to see him slip. That's when he starts to make mistakes.
Yeah, but we'll see. So far, in my opinion, he's wrestled a damn near perfect match up to this point as he hits another neck breaker.
Nasty.
So, I don't
last
know.
time these two faced was an absolute barn burner, to be honest.
I mean, and this one's turning out to be that way as well. Just back and forth.
Marcus go to send him off the ropes again.
Oh, another big hip attack there.
Picking him back up.
And it looks like the GFW fans are saying that Marcus is champion in the making. I'll believe it when I see it.
I mean, I would argue that Marcus becoming a champion in GFW is inevitable. I just don't know if it's tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I do think that Marcus has what it takes, but backstabber.
So he just went lung blower backstabber, right? That was a great combination when you consider that his finish is a top rope splash.
He's too
Oh damn! That'll cave your teeth in.
Into the cover. That's the Gato Club.
2,
and 3.
No!
Marcus kicking out at a fraction of a fraction of a second there.
Oh!
See, I'm telling you. Oh, Pele kick.
Pele kick.
Hey!
And another Pele kick. Potentially trying to another lung blower. Marcus is just pulling out every stop in the book. Another Pele. Pele again.
Oh, missed that time. Oh my God! Lung blower.
Marcus Moonchild.
I'm sorry, Marcus is taking this title tonight.
Oh, big running kick there.
Sorry to make a believer out of me. I gotta be.
Canadian crusher there, or Canadian buster there.
Oh, wait.
Oh, crossfire! 1, 2, 3.
Yes!
Marcus Moonchild has defeated Kendo. Kendo takes his first loss, and Marcus Moonchild is the very second GFW Undisputed Junior Champion. Holy crap.
Oh my God.
That was unfreaking believable.
Hell of a match.
Kendo finally, after how many weeks has it been that he has successfully defended that belt? Absolutely phenomenal. And folks, I gotta say, I think I can see Kana and Panda headed on their way down to the ring here to celebrate with Marcus Moonchild. And there we go. Marcus got the belt on.
Clean sweep by
Up on
Team
Panda's
Kawaii
shoulder
tonight.
with Kana clapping for him. Absolutely wonderful victory celebration there. I mean, Team Kawaii did get a clean sweep tonight. That's a very, very valid point.
In case you guys want to know, Kendo has been champion since March 15th of this year. Had 6 successful defenses. I'm going to find out how many days that. Last
I'm
update was
actually
102,
very
but I know it's
interested in
more.
that stat.
Days since...
While he's doing that, I'll let you guys know a little bit about our main event of the evening, because it's time. I'm going to Bruce Buffer this shit.
162 days.
Wow.
Kendo's been champion.
That is literally like almost half a year.
Yeah,
that's insane. Kendo, the longest running champion probably in GFW history, if I'm not mistaken, across any title.
He was the only... I can find out when Evil Miss won it, but she'd be the only one as well. Evil Miss has been champion since April 10th. Yeah, Kendo's the longest.
Yeah.
See, there you go. Speaking of Evil Miss, y'all, gonna Bruce Buffer it here because it's the main event. You gotta Bruce Buffer when it's the main event. That's a rule. That's a rule. Like, there's a rule somewhere that says that. It's time for the main event of GFW Backdraft. This is the challenger, the Essence of Excellence versus the incumbent defending champion, Queen Bee Evil Miss. She has kneed her way through the competition over and over again, damn near killing people, including earlier in this story, X, when the entirety of Blood and Gore came down to the ring and just beat the holy hell out of him. If I'm not mistaken, he ate a double full throttle knee from her and El Fuego. El Fuego, our first ever GFW heavyweight champion. The story for this one is essentially that Evil Miss has been trying to shut X up because X claims that the only reason that she's gotten where she's gotten is by using her teammates in blood and gore. But feel free to jump in anytime, anyways, since they're not going to, why don't we let them jump into the ring and settle this thing? How's about that?
Wait, you want me to jump into the ring?
I mean, I'll happily beat the hell out of Emav.
I mean, we could just let Emav jump in the ring with Evil Miss. That would be entertaining.
Oh, yeah, I paid money to see that.
Let's get in the ring and settle this right now.
Yeah, I'd happily to. But
guys,
we've got to make everything
get into the ring.
That sounds like a really cool idea, but I'm not going to be the one that tells Evil and X at the gorilla position that they're not going on right now.
Nope, they're not going on.
Entering the arena at this time, he is the challenger to the GFW Heavyweight Championship, the essence of excellence, Xavier Shamrock.
I've been doing this for 19 years. Wanna fight me, fight these kids. I put in work and it's all for the kids. But these cats don't forget what work is. They don't know. I'm a girl you're thinking about. One thing you can live without. You probably thought I wouldn't get this far. You thought I'd end up in the back of a car.
And his opponent this evening, the incumbent GFW Heavyweight Champion, the Queen Bee, Evil Miss.
Everything you hate me for.
Main event of the evening is underway, and we start with a test of strength here, which makes more sense than I think anything I've seen all night between these two. They are absolutely struggling for power here. Blood and Gore seemingly struggling with Howl for power over the company to a degree.
Yeah.
I mean, Howl...
Well, yeah, this is an interesting thing. Blood and Gore has held the the Heavyweight Championship for GFW's entire history. El Fuego Negra was the first ever champion, and then he lost to Smith. Blood and Gore has controlled this championship since day one, and finally that could change here tonight.
I mean, I'm not normally one to root for X, but I have to admit that in this particular confrontation, I do get the feeling that he is the lesser of two evils. No pun intended.
Yeah, how do you choose between a sleazy bastard and a queen bitch? Let's be honest.
I was talking about this in the memo, though. Like, Xavier Shamrock is hardly a babyface in GFW, but in this match, I mean, Evil Miss has done everything in her power to weaken X, to make this match not happen, to just slither her way out of it, and finally, Xavier Shamrock valiantly pressing forward and getting the victory with not a whole lot of help from House of Wolves, to be completely honest.
You know, and I have to say, holy shit.
Ouch.
I have to say that I think that a big part of that, and you'll never ever hear me say this again, so enjoy it while you can, X, when you watch this back later. I actually kind of admire the fact that X seems to have recommitted himself to being a serious competitor. I've seen him working actually very hard around the gym lately. He's less interested in getting into people's faces and running his mouth, and frankly more interested in just working and getting back into the best shape he's probably been in his time here. That doesn't mean that I think he's a nice guy or that he's turning over a new leaf, but at least there is a part of him that wants to be a competitor again.
Yeah, he's been showing up and he's been putting on good matches lately, so I really do want him to win this match, and I enjoy the MMA that he's been showing off here. It's really been a really technical match so far.
I think for the most part that he's trying to take advantage of the ability to kind of smother people with good technique. When you're sort of up there in your years, as X has shown himself to be, at least seemingly. I mean, if you believe him on the microphone, that was all an act. But I honestly think that he's getting up there in his years, and it's probably a more effective strategy to smother people with ground wrestling than it is to...
Oh, wow. And now...
that ain't gonna help with the grounded work.
When Evil Miss cannot get the advantage by wrestling, she gets it by cheating. Which, you know, usually I'm a pretty big fan of it, but I don't know. There's just something about this match that I'm just sick of Evil Miss's bullshit. I gotta be honest.
I think the one thing that shines the most is the difference between these two competitors for me, because let's be honest, they're actually very, very similar. I think the one shining difference here is that X has shown loyalty to the other members of House of Wolves, if nobody else in existence.
1, 2.
He has actually shown himself to be loyal to the betterment of himself and the other members of House of Wolves. Whereas, quite frankly, Evil Miss has very much, oh damn, X just slapping the shit out of Evil right there and then throwing up the...
I just realized something. This has been a terrible night for both factions. Alex G and El Fuego both lost tonight, and Crim Rocker lost twice, and then Braden Blackwell also lost that tag team match to Team Kawaii. I mean, these factions have not won a single match this entire pay-per-view.
Wrong.
And RKO out of nowhere by Evil Miss. Cover 1, 2, kick out.
Who won from Blood and Gore? Because nobody won from Howl.
That's what I'm saying. Neither of these factions got a win. Duco lost as well. Will Duco, Alex G, and Fuego all lost. Meanwhile, Blood and Gore lost. I mean, fucking Howl lost to Team Kawaii, and then Crim Rocker lost the triple threat match.
My mistake.
It's almost as if both of these factions are sort of teetering on the edge of existence. Oh, execution here!
Execution!
Oh, god damn it!
Come on.
Are you kidding me? What the hell is Gore doing out here? And another execution. It's not gonna matter.
Seeing him.
It's not gonna matter. Gore is out here trying to make it up to Evil since he wasn't able to wait.
Wait, what?
Whoa!
Evil Miss!
What
is this? What is going on here? And Evil fighting back. What is happening?
Pack hunt on Evil Miss. Is Gore joining House of Wolves? What the fuck is this?
Execution.
Just when we make the mistake of thinking that perhaps
X going to win the title race, somehow Evil fights out of it. Oh my god. She gets knocked over.
What the frick is going on?
Oh my god, Poison Rana.
Everything good that I said about Xavier Shamrock earlier in this match, I take it all back.
Yeah.
What is this bullshit?
And now here we go.
What the hell is wrong with Gore?
Ladies and gentlemen. I have to sum up our company
and a cutter there from Evil Miss. The nonchalant cover here to me, not a good decision.
Almost gets it though. And now we're back to a one-on-one match.
I cannot believe what we just saw. What the hell was that about?
Choking the throttle. Is that going to be it? Is that going to be it?
X surviving and breaking out here. Evil Miss! The brass knucks, what the fuck? 1, 2, X surviving, somehow surviving.
Stop powerbomb!
But he just kicks her off. They're both running on adrenaline. Wait a minute. Execution. Execution. That's it. Oh my god. Xavier Shamrock has become the GFW heavyweight champion.
Heavyweight champion of the world. Xavier Shamrock.
And he is not releasing this hold. Just ranking.
He's the champion. Oh my god.
We need to get somebody out there to break this up now. Oh my god, I can't even believe that. What does this mean though? Is Gore joining House of Wolves? What the just happened? X told us before this pay-per-view that this was not the first pay-per-view of the GFW season. He told us that this was the execution of Blood and Gore as a faction.
I think he might have been right.
Yeah. Is this what he meant, though? I mean, does taking Gore out of Blood and Gore really destroy the faction?
That every person lost it that was part of Blood and Gore.
That's a
and
their morals probably been destroyed.
You were talking about earlier, Good, that Xavier Shamrock actually shows loyalty to the other members of House of Wolves. They're like a solid unit. Whereas Blood and Gore, I mean, Evil Miss doesn't give a fuck about any of them.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the end of an era, the beginning of an era. I don't know what any of this is, and I don't think we're gonna find out until the next episode of GFW Pulse. What a night of surprise endings for our champions. Kendo ending his ginormous, like, exponential undefeated streak in a loss to Marcus Moonchild, now the second ever GFW Undisputed Junior Champion in history. And then I'm losing my voice, y'all. And then I am legitimately unable to speak loudly now.
Hey, it's a good thing it's the end of the show.
And Xavier Shamrock, god damn it. And Xavier Shamrock managing to beat Evil Mist, becoming the very first non-blood and gore GFW heavyweight champion, and doing so by turning Gore, who at one point we were led to believe was her second in command or equal. This is insane. I think the Queen got her walking papers. Oh, that's a theory too. I hadn't thought about that. Perhaps Evil Mist just being ousted from Blood and Gore as a whole. I feel like maybe if that was the case, we would have seen more members of Blood and Gore, but I don't know. This is all up in the air. What I do know is that we have new champions, and it seems like we may be entering a new era of GFW. It has been an absolute blast to broadcast to all of you right here from the beautiful Royal Albert Hall. You can see that wonderful stage feature behind me.
Can't wait to get the fuck out of this damn city.
Oh, piss off.
I can't wait to get the fuck out of this booth. I'm so tired of sitting between you guys.
What do you mean? I'm in the production truck.
Hey, can we have a match now? Let's do it. I can call the pizza guy up here right now.
Okay, here's what we'll do. We'll pour baby oil into a fucking kiddie pool, and you two can wrestle each other until you've had your jollies. Thanks, Taikoma, man. I'm actually surprised to still see you around. I want to take a second, y'all, just to slow it down and say thank you to everybody who stuck it out with us through all of the technical issues, through all of the complaints I have. I'm a level with y'all right now. I feel like the Blackout was a much better produced pay-per-view. I think our venue was better this time. I think our ring was better this time. I think our matches were better this time. I think our stories were better this time. I just feel like we didn't have title cards and we didn't have a lot of the things that I would have liked to have had.
Third time's the charm, right?
Third time's the charm is a good plan, but I've been working on this. You guys can ask J-Mac. If she's still in here, she'll fucking tell you in chat. I have been working on this from the point I get home from work every day till the point I go to bed for the last fucking week, not counting the time I spent working on it last week. And all I wanted was to get this all done and right, and there's so much stuff that didn't make it in that I wish I had had more time to get in, and there's so many technical difficulties we didn't see coming, so thank you all for just bearing with us through this show. If you're still here, you're fucking awesome, and we love you.
Can I just add one thing?
You're not fucking awesome because you left after the Taryn Johns. Fuck you.
Can I just add one thing? Like, seriously, guys. I've been with this guy, several hours ago. Can we please get a round of applause for this guy? For how much he's produced for this show? Please.
You're amazing good. It's been, I've been with this company since day one. I mean, this shit has been fucking incredible. Like, I don't know what else to say about it other than probably, like, by far the most drama-free and just best E-Fed I've probably ever been a part of. It's been fantastic.
Best E-Fed on the internet,
hey,
by far.
Dude, sweet House of Wolves, brother. We're the champions now. All four of us. Nero can defend it for you. And
I also want to tell you guys some stuff. I waited till the end of the show to do this, so anyone who didn't hang around isn't gonna know, which is fine because they didn't stick around. So fuck that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Everybody has lives. They have jobs. I love you for being here. I love you for not being here too. I understand.
Wrestling is life, bro.
So
if you're not watching wrestling 24/7, you're doing it fucking.
What are you, Jim Cornette now?
Yes, thank you, fuck you, bye!
So after this show, we're not going to be doing, like, next week there's not going to be a Pulse. We're not going to jump straight into another Pulse.
The company's shutting down, everybody. We're done.
No, the company is not shutting down. The company is not shutting down. I'm down. I am down. You got to ask J-Mac. She's in chat. She can answer. Anyways, one of the things I've really wanted to do for a very, very long time to improve the storytelling and the match quality of the matches is I've wanted to break down and work on this thing called the extended move list mod. If you're a modder that plays the game and you're used to modding, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, let me tell you guys a real quick thing about how it works. Essentially, it is a mod that will allow us to assign multiple moves to the same move slot for wrestlers so that we have a wider variety of moves. It will allow us to toggle which moves are capable of finishing matches and which moves are not, which means that we can get more story-esque finishes where people only finish by hitting their finisher, not because they covered after a pile driver, which is a logical thing that everybody should fucking do, but you don't necessarily want to end the match, right? Like, oh, they hit a pile driver, that's a big spot, it's supposed to be a false finish, so everybody gets real excited, and then they don't actually get the pin. Well, this would give us the ability to do false finishes like that, which is a big deal. It also gives us a lot more priority slots so that we can introduce more personality in the ring for all of our wrestlers. It's a big deal, but it takes a lot of time, and we have a roster right now of 40 competitors. So I will be working on that primarily next week. What I will be doing, though, it's not the end of GFW content or anything crazy like that. What I will be doing is I will be putting up some of the videos of me working in that, probably, and some of the videos of us testing the moveless logic and things like that.
You can do tutorials for it.
That is another good idea. There may be a tutorial coming out for MOTW, which nobody knows the fucking meaning of MOTW, but it's the booking mod that comes with the mod pack. And I have Carl's blessing to do that, and he's offered to answer any questions I have, so that's something that's on the horizon too. I want to take 1 second here real quick, guys. Taikoma, I hope you're still in chat, man. I really do. Taikoma provided the Hammerstein Ballroom arena that we used for the first pay-per-view, and it was 100, guys. It was just fucking phenomenal. And I don't think I would have been able to even do the arena that we have for this show without first having his stuff as inspiration. So thank you, Taikoma, for that. Thank you, Carlzilla, if you're still watching, even if you're not. Thank you for your mod pack. Fire Pro would be a much emptier game without your mod pack, and we wouldn't be able to do half of the really cool shit that we're able to do. Now. No, we really wouldn't. We really wouldn't be here right now if the mod pack didn't exist.
I'd be watching anime right now. If
the Nutty Kawaii's thing.
And I also want to take a second to thank the Avenger 3 because he is the person who put our custom belt together for us. You're going to be having new custom belts very soon, guys. I've been working over time on those. In fact, I'll tell you what, if you're still around because you're fucking awesome, I will let you have a sneak peek at the belt that I've been working on for our new undisputed junior weight champion. If I can find it here in Discord. Oh my god, the coffee is boiling back up, guys. The coffee is boiling back up. I may have been sustaining myself entirely on coffee. I don't think I ate this morning because I've been working the whole time.
You know better than show them that belt? Play that song that Marcus put in for Team Kawaii for the press conference.
No, that's gonna fix everything.
That was the trippiest shit I've ever heard, dude.
So
it's a good song, but yeah,
lost that match because of that.
Fuck off.
So there in chat is the new junior weight title that I've modeled largely after the thing that I used with Avenger 3's help to make our heavyweight title. So all the love to Avenger 3 for being a huge inspiration on the custom parts and the edit front. And while I'm at it, gonna shout out. Here's the thing, guys. When we started Season 2, we were talking about doing little 5-second like teaser commercials for people's stuff. And I've never found the time to do it, so I'm kind of doing that right now because all of these people are part of what makes the Fire Pro community so awesome. And the other ones I want to mention right here because I have to. Sunid, he's a move maker. You can find him on Twitter at Sunid, I believe, is the full thing. I can even put it in chat. He is a phenomenal move maker. He literally helped me learn how to even make custom moves. The move that you saw Danny V5 use where he ran up somebody, backflipped, and did a cutter, that was custom. There were a couple other custom moves. Anyways, Sunid is the only reason I know how to do that. He totally made it a system I could understand, and he did that even with a language barrier, and he makes some of the slickest shit out there if you use custom moves. And he's just started using custom forms in his move, so God help us all, the coolest stuff is yet to come. Also, Bozo is another one of the great people over on Carl's Discord that does move stuff. He's phenomenal. He created the AJ Styles pack and the Misawa pack. I'm saying that wrong. I think.
No, Misawa.
Yeah, anyway.
Misawa?
Yeah, he created the Mitara Misawa pack. It's another great move pack. They're working right now on what they call the FP2, I think it's the Lucha pack, and it looks phenomenal. We get things like short arm hammerlock into arm ringer into counter short arm hammerlock. Everybody be interested in that. There's great stuff coming from that community in general. Anyways, fuck it. Thank you, everybody.
Actually, real quick, if I could throw out a shout out too, if you guys happen to have the PS4 version of the game, Miguel Francesca makes the best edits on the Fire Pro PS4 workshop, so check him out too. He does all the WWE shit, all the AEW shit. It's awesome. So just want to throw it out that even though PS4 kind of sucks, you can't use the mod pack, there's still good shit on there.
Yes, there is. And that's the main thing I love about Fire Pro is that we got a great community surrounding it. And it's a small community because it's not as popular as the Western wrestling games. And that's okay. Like, we want to grow this community, in my opinion, because it's a stronger community based on different fundamentals that tend to hold together better unless you go into Carl's Discord and you ask him why your mods aren't working right after the Stardom patch comes out, because then your ass is on the blacklist like that. That. Don't you move, mother... Anyway. That being said, thank you everybody who's been an inspiration and a part of this. This show has become an absolute, like, pillar in my life. It's probably my #1 hobby. And God help me for the years and years of time that I am going to end up putting into this fucking game. God help me.
How many hours do you have on Steam?
Oh, probably not that many, because like a lot of the work goes on in editing and behind the scenes. Like if you add edit time in, I can tell you this much, for every single episode...
6 hours. Those are rookie numbers. How many days is that? Let me divide that by 24.
Yo, 1206 hours compared to everything else in my library.
1206 divided by 24.
That literally makes it, I think, the most hours out of anything.
Spent 50 days on this game. 50 and a quarter days on this game.
Okay, but comparatively, do you know what my other highest time is?
Dude, I don't know if I would... Well, that's 759.
Yeah, Fallout New Vegas, 759 is my other longest playtime. So this has almost double that already. And I've been playing that for fucking years. Shout out, Game Goon. No, just kidding. In fact, love and shout out to...
fired. You should get the fuck out of here. You did a horrible job tonight, motherfucker.
We're gonna have to bleep him at this rate.
Love and shout out to Game Goon too, y'all. Game Goon is a huge help.
There was a warning at the start of the show.
Game Goon is a huge help. That Game Goon, for no paycheck, mind you, for no paycheck, absolutely 100% helps manage my channel, keep me on track, keep me doing things that need to be done.
Yeah, except he doesn't know the rules of a damn wrestling match. He can't even...
interrupting, seriously, dude.
And yet, he knows enough to be able to set up replacement matches when Nero screws with things, which is all that really matters.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
Anyways, my voice is done. My eyeballs are done.
Too.
They're like fucking fading. My entire brain is done.
You after this.
I'll probably be in Discord fucking around after this if y'all want to hang out.
Yeah.
But I may run and go get me and Jess food first, because I think I've been up since 5 a.m., which is...
Yeah, I've been up with him.
I've been up for 9 hours and I haven't eaten anything yet, so that's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, go get some food. Get out of here.
Yeah, seriously, dude.
It is. Everyone gets a shout out. You have no idea, B. Oh, I wish I still had it. I probably do. Okay, I'll leave. I swear to God, I'll leave in just a second. I gotta see if I still have this thing, because people will laugh if they see it, because this used to be a thing. And Jess brought it up, so she gets to pay for that. I bet you I can just search the word Oprah and find it. Fucking, if you've been around this community long enough, you know what I'm talking about. Reeve knows what I'm talking about.
Unfortunately, I don't.
Oh, come on. I don't think I even have it anymore. I'm probably just being stupid. Barely possible. Nope. The Oprah, you get bits. It wasn't originally bits. Those bitches stole it from me. Oh my god, that right there. Reeve just found my anger spot. No, so I'll just tell you guys, and if I can dig it up later, I'll show it off another time. A long time ago, I used to have a raid notification because when I was streaming for a group called FMP, people used to enjoy my stream so much they'd just come in and be like, here's 50 game keys, go ahead and give them out. Just here you go. Except for it wasn't 50, it was more like 300. And my stream that was supposed to end at 8 p.m. would end at 11 p.m. when I got done giving out 300 game keys. And I would just sit here and hang out with people on stream while giving out game keys. So one of the other streamers made me this really cool raid response, and it was the Oprah thing, where it's like everybody gets a car or whatever, except for the keys were replaced with little good symbols, and it was like, and you get a key, and you get a key, and you get a key. So yeah, this is fucking Oprah. Oprah right here, y'all. I'm the fat white Oprah. Anyways, I love you guys. Peace out. I'll see you next time.